And a very pleasant good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to another edition of Henley Lady Hornets basketball on mybasin.com. Tonight, the Hornets return home and host the Skyline Conference foe in the Phoenix Lady Pirates. Pleasure to be with you, everybody. My name is Josh Eldridge, and we are coming at you live from Henley High School on a beautiful Friday night in the Klamath Basin. The 11-8, 2-1 Henley Hornets are battling the 9-8, 1-2 Phoenix Lady Pirates. Henley comes into tonight's winners of 3 of their last 4. Meantime, Phoenix are losers of 3 of their last 4. Two teams heading in different directions, cross paths tonight in a Skyline Conference matchup. We're going to take a look at the Skyline Conference, talk about Henley's last time out earlier this week. That was on the road against Klamath Union in a solid showing against the Pelicans. Standout players, we'll talk about it all before we get ready for starting lineups and tip-off tonight between the Lady Hornets and the Lady Pirates on mybasin.com.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
And we welcome you back to Henley High School. Decided tonight's Skyline Conference matchup between the Phoenix Pirates and the hometown Henley Hornets. We talked about it a little bit in the previous segment. Two teams tonight heading in different directions. Henley winners of 3 of their last 4. Meantime, Phoenix losers 3 of their last 4. They are 1-2 in the conference plays. We take just a quick look now at the Skyline Conference standings, as tonight marks the halfway point in the season for each of these teams. Henley is in second place in the conference as Mazama leads the way with a 4-0 league mark. Henley is 2-1, followed by these Phoenix Pirates. They're knotted up with Klamath Union, 1-2 in league play. And then you've got the Hidden Valley Mustangs, who are still searching for that ever-elusive first conference win. They are rounding out the Skyline Conference. Hidden Valley does have a chance. They're over here in the Basin tonight. They're taking on the Pelicans at Klamath Union High School, and that was who Henley faced last time out. And boy, oh boy, if you are Annie Campos or Anna Harper, you're feeling confident after coming off last Tuesday's win. Each of those girls notching 14 points in the victory. They matched each other shot for shot and ended up closing out a pretty close game against Klamath Union, one that they escaped 64-51. They separated themselves at the end, but it was pretty nip and tuck there for the first about 3 quarters at Pell Court. But the Hornets showed some grit. They stole a road win from Klamath Union, and now they get to return to the friendly confines of the Hornets' nest in front of what is sure to be a friendly crowd here at Henley High School. As we prepare for tonight's contest, we're going to take one more break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about the season ahead as we approach the halfway point in the season. And, of course, getting ready for starting lineups and tip-off coming up next on my.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home, I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So it's right here.
For a limited time, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of Ford tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
And we're back with you on mybasin.com, getting ready for some Lady Hornets basketball this evening in a Skyline Conference matchup. They're taking on the Phoenix Lady Pirates. And again, as we approach the halfway point of the season, as a matter of fact, tonight marks the halfway point in league play. Then the schedule flips over after that. For Henley specifically, they'll be hitting the road on Tuesday to take on Hidden Valley before hosting Mazama, then Klamath Union, rounding out the season with a road trip to Ashland or Phoenix rather, to take on the Phoenix Pirates. That'll be on February 21st. The Skyline Conference regular season closes that night. Then you've got the first round of the 4A playoffs. That's going to take place March 4th. March 4th is going to be that day. And then you're looking at the quarterfinals, which, of course, are the 9th through the 11th at Forest Grove High School for these Henley Hornets. They were one game away from making that Elite Eight tournament last year before being dispatched by top-ranked Philomath. This year, an improved squad with a little bit more experience under their belt. They've definitely got those dates circled in their calendar, trying to make it to that state tournament, although we are still a little over a month away from that date. So you've got the Phoenix Pirates in front of you tonight. Last year, these two teams played. Henley earned the season sweep, beat them by 10 points, then beat them by 12 points to close out the season. So a good history against the Pirates last year, coached by Chelsea Winner, and the Hornets, of course, coached by Mr. Randy Denson. It looks like we're about ready to tune in to the national anthem. So we'll get ready for that. And just before we do, I'll remind you listeners that the Oregon Schools Activities Association and the Oregon Athletic Directors Association, along with the Oregon Officials Association, are searching for new officials and umpires and referees for the spring sports season. That's baseball, softball, things like that. So if you want to give back to your community, stay around in a sport you love, and earn a little bit of money on the side, you can visit osaa.org/officials to get started with your journey. Here we go for the national anthem.
Everyone's right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. For the singing of our national anthem by Henley High School's Director of Choirs, Mr. Christopher Benjamin.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the
And that was Mr. Christopher Benjamin singing the Star-Spangled Banner, the director of Henley Choir, making an appearance tonight as we are getting ready to meet our starting lineup, starting first with the Phoenix Pirates. Starting at the top, number 1, a senior standing 5'10", Morgan James, followed by another senior standing 5'6", Kenna Nolan. Also, a junior, 5'4", Annabelle Delgado. Number 11, a senior, 5'6", Kyla Potratz. And number 15, a senior, 5'7", Ruby Rector. The Phoenix Pirates are coached by Chelsea Winner. Now it's time to meet the starting 5 for the Henley Lady Hornets. Starting at guard, number 4, a freshman, Lily Fussell. Number 11, a senior, Holly Parker. Number 12, a junior, Maya Mock. Number 15, a junior, Annie Campos. And number 22, a sophomore, Anna Harper. The Hornets are coached by Randy Denson and assisted by Heidi Friend and Kevin Petrick. Henley Hornets tonight in their home white uniforms. The Phoenix Pirates tonight in navy blue as we get ready for tip-off tonight. You'll see the Pirates there at the bottom of your screen on that left side. The Hornets on the right side there. As we are just about ready for basketball tonight from Henley High School, just south of downtown Klamath Falls. Anna Harper and Morgan James lined up in the middle for the tip-off. And here we go. The Hornets control the opening tip. It's collected by Annie Campos. She kicks it outside to Parker. Parker bouncing it back down low to Campos, getting it inside to Harper, throws a shot off the glass. That one won't go. And the Pirates collect the rebound, trying to get it into the front court, but Harper is there to take the pass away. The Hornets control possession. Annie Campos steps into a long three, but it rattles out, no good. Rebound collected by the Hornets. Pass goes inside to Anna Harper. She gets the bucket and the foul. That's a great way to start the game if you're Henley. Again, Harper coming off a 14th the road helps spearhead her team's 64-51 victory. And here's Harper at the line trying to convert a three-point play. The free throw rattles out, no good. Rebound was last touched by Campos as it goes out of bounds, so the Pirates trying to hold on to possession here. Henley breaking out a little bit of a press here in the first quarter as the Pirates inbound, getting it ahead to Potratz. And it's going to be Delgado who crosses the timeline for the Pirates. Pass goes into the far corner. It's going to wind up back in the hand of Morgan James. Triple taken by Delgado, and she splashes it. So the Pirates, just like that, take a lead back of their own before Campos throws it into the front court for the Hornets. Trying to get it inside to Harper along that right block. Pass goes back outside to Campos for three. Rattles out and won't go. Here's James racing up the floor for the Pirates, trying to take it to the rim herself, up off the glass, and it's good. 5-2 Phoenix early on in this one. Harper gets the ball down low, kicks it out to Fussell. Long-range jumper, rattles out as the ball goes out of bounds. One thing we know about these Phoenix Pirates, they like to shoot threes. You'll notice on offense, they don't have a lot of presence down low. They like to pass around the perimeter and take those three-point shots. That's the scouting report on Phoenix tonight. As running up the floor now is Potratz. Coming up now is Delgado before getting it to James. James dishing it out to Potratz. Now into the far side over to Nolan. Back to James, Delgado, and now it's Potratz with it. And the Pirates, again, content to pass around the perimeter, looking for an open three-point jump shot before it's picked away. That's Parker racing up the floor now for the Hornets, trying to get it inside. And a Harper is wrestled down to the floor, and the Pirates snatch this one away. With it now is Potratz. Potratz in at the right elbow before she travels, and so it'll be a turnover in Hornets basketball. Annie Campos walking it up the floor for Henley, dishing it out to Mock, now back to Campos. She's guarded by Delgado, dishes it to Harper. Back outside to Mock. Here's Parker with it in the far side, getting it inside to Harper, puts it on the deck, has the shot rejected by Nolan. Good interior defense by the Pirates as James tries to convert in transition up off the glass, and it's good. The Pirates on a 7-0 run here in the early part of the game, as now it's Campos trying to get up the floor, has an open lane, bounce passing it into Fussell, and a beautiful feed there from Campos gets Fussell her first couple of points tonight. And here's Delgado bouncing it out, and now it's Potratz with it. James along the far side, dishing it to Nolan. Nolan guarded by Mock on the far side. And again, the Pirates looking for that outside look. Here's James dribbling on the left block, handing it out to Delgado. Delgado trying to drive baseline, kicks it out to Nolan, and it'll be a turnover as the pass goes wide left. Jewel Northcutt checking into the game now for the Hornets as Fussell takes a seat on the bench. And Campos is going to take it up for Henley. Mock with it, now on the far side. Trying to get it inside to Harper. Pump fakes, takes a step to her left, up off the glass, and that one rattles out, won't go. Mock collects the rebound, no good. Northcutt gets a rebound, tries to put it back up and in, and does, and a hard-fought basket brings the Hornets back within one. It's now 7-6. Phoenix leads with 4:45 to go in the first. And the the inbound pass goes out of bounds, so it'll remain Pirates basketball. And to inbound will be Annabelle Delgado. Inbound pass headed to Potratz as she races up the floor. Pass goes outside to Nolan. A long triple, rattles out, no good. Campos collects the glass. Campos taking it in herself. 14-foot jumper, back iron, no good. Northcutt with the rebound, tries for the putback, that won't go. Mock, another rebound outside to Campos for three. Again a miss. Mock, again, another miss for the Hornets, but they're battling hard on the glass. Finally, Maya Mock is going to get fouled and sent to the line. The Hornets getting second, third, and fourth chances at the rim. Just having a tough time getting that ball to sink through the twine, but Maya Mock, a chance at the free throw line for a pair. We'll remind you that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Les Schwab Tires. Having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle is just part of an essential safety checklist. That's why Les Schwab does more than install just tires and wheels. You can come on in for a free pre-trip safety check, and they're going to help make sure that everything is in working order at Les Schwab Tires. First free throw is no good from Mock, and we'll get a second one here. That one is going to rattle out. Harper there for the putback, and the Hornets take the lead. It's now 8-7 Henley as they're still trying to press James up the court. James trying to get it over to Nolan. Head fakes a three. Back to James. Now to Delgado. The pass intended for Rector is stolen away. It's Harper in transition up off the glass, and a nice finish gets Harper her 6th point of the night as Henley extends their lead now to 3. It's 10-7 with 4:16 to go in the first. James racing up the far side of the floor, trying to bring it to the hoop herself. Dishes it out to Nolan for an open look at three. That one rattles out, won't go. Harper collects the rebound. It's going to be Annie Campos who brings it up. Gets it over to Senya Campos, who's checked into the game for Henley. Pass intended for Mock is going to go high, and over and back is the call, so it'll be Pirates basketball. And the Hornets are going to take time. We'll take one, too. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Abby's Legendary Pizza, as well as Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Picking the right path can make the journey easier, the distance shorter, and can assure that you end up at the right place. Whether you're dreaming of owning a home or you just want a great checking account, Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union can help you reach your goals. The Pirates went on a 7-0 run, and the Hornets have responded with an 8-0 run, and so they lead 10-7 with 3:55 to go in this opening frame. The 5 coming back out onto the floor for Henley. It's going to be Kennedy Modine checking into the game, along with Jewel Northcutt, Annie Campos, Senya Campos, and Holly Parker. And for the Pirates, it looks like it'll be James, along with Rector and Potratz. Nolan out there as well with Delgado. Pirates begin with possession. It's going to be Potratz guarded beyond the perimeter, and Northcutt trying to take that one away, but she's going to get a little bit too aggressive and charged with the foul as Lily Fassell is going to check in for Jewel. Inbound for the Pirates, happening along the near side. James dishing it over to Delgado. It's Nolan on the far side, now James. And for this Pirates ball club, they have a turnover there as Fassell snatches it. She's outnumbered, racing up the floor, and has it knocked out of bounds. Possession will stay with Henley. And I was going to say about Phoenix, a lot of experience on this team. Morgan James, a third-year varsity player, along with Ruby Rector, a third-year varsity player as well. 2-point bucket made by Kennedy Modine extends the lead to 5 for Henley. Here's James with it, kicking it out to Delgado, right top of the key. Delgado bouncing it outside to James. James along the far side, kicking it to Nolan. Nolan head fakes a three again. Now it's going to be Delgado with it on the near side. Delgado to James. James crosses to her left, kicks it outside to Delgado. She opts for a three, off the glass, no good. And Nolan collects the rebound. Now back outside to Delgado. Delgado wrapping around the far side of the floor before getting it to Potratz. Now James. James crossing to her left, driving to the rim, up off the glass, and a charging foul as it was Annie Campos who stood in there and took the harm. Charged the foul to James. That'll be her second and Phoenix's third team foul in just the first quarter. 2:45 left to go in the opening frame, and the score 12-7 with Henley in front. Annie Campos there on the far side, lofting it near side to Modine. Modine putting it on the deck before having it knocked loose by James. Annie Campos collects the loose ball, tosses one off the glass, and the shot's no good. Pirates collect the rebound, and it is Potratz in transition, kicking it to Nolan on the far side. Nolan to Delgado, getting it inside. Pass goes outside to Potratz for a long two. Won't go, and Campos collects the rebound. Campos, free throw line jumper on the other side, swishes it. Annie Campos on the board for the first time tonight as she extends her team's lead to 7. 2 minutes now to go in the first quarter. Racing up the floor, kicking the pass out to Nolan. Nolan now to James, takes a screen. James goes outside to Potratz, now to Nolan for an open look at three. Back iron, no good, and the ball goes out of bounds. Possession will go to the Pirates. Pardon me, the Hornets. Anna Harper, Maya Mock in for Lily Fassell and Holly Parker. Pass goes inside to Senya Campos. Tries to go with the left hand, and it won't go. Fassell into the game for Annie Campos. So the 5 on the floor for Henley. It'll be Senya Campos, Anna Harper, Maya Mock, Lily Fassell, and Kennedy Modine. Modine with it now on the near side. Crosses to her left, terminates the dribble, kicks it to Senya Campos, who fires a triple. No good, and the rebound is snagged by Nolan. Here's James. James dishing it to Potratz, now back to James. Kicks it to Delgado. Delgado taking the screen, moving right. Nice pass outside to Potratz. Trying to find James, but the pass picked away by Senya Campos, and she collects the loose ball. Campos trying to get the pass to Modine, but has it knocked away there by Potratz. Decent transition defense there for the Pirates. Stops a surefire Henley bucket. And so it'll remain Hornets basketball underneath their own rim. Fassell inbounds, finds Senya Campos to Harper. Now back to Campos. She thought about a three, getting it inside, loses the dribble, and it's stolen away by the Pirates. Shot up on the other side by Potratz. She gets fouled at the rim, and so she'll go to the line for a pair. We'll remind you tonight's game on mybasin.com is brought to you by Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty. Little things can add up to big bills when you're buying, selling, or owning a home. And Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty's exclusive beyond the sale guarantees protect buyers, sellers, and homeowners from unexpected repair bills. To learn more, call Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty today. Second free throw rattles out, no good, so an imperfect trip at the line for Potrats. And here's Modine, kicking it over far side to Mock. Mock trying to get it inside to Northcutt. Loose ball is collected by the Hornets. Now it's Modine on the near side. Modine putting it on the deck. Floater from the left elbow, no good. And it'll go out of bounds. Possession, Pirates. 23 seconds to go in the first in a 14-7 ball game. Inbound pass picked up by Potrats. Pass goes out on the far side to James. James driving inside, passes it to Nolan. Nolan in the near corner takes a step inside the three-point line and nails the jumper. 14-9 now, 5 seconds to go in the first. Here's Modine with 2 seconds. Modine trying to pass it to Mock as time expires. It's 14-9 after one. We'll be back with the second on mybasin.com.
During COVID, I gained over 24 pounds. I lost motivation in working out. I lost motivation in eating healthy. And for me, if I'm not active, I just don't eat well. But then I started taking a class at Harbor's gym called High Low. The first week I felt like I didn't fit in and I couldn't do it. But the instructor was so kind and thanked me for coming and told me how well I did. I was like, no, I wasn't, but it made me come back the next week and the next week. And soon enough, I was keeping up with the class. I started introducing more classes and then going Saturdays. I learned how to lift weights accurately with repetition. I started lifting on my own. I started golfing too with my husband. And all of a sudden, I was buying salads instead of sandwiches. Small victories happened week by week, and it's 100% because of Harbor, their staff, their gym, the golf. My husband is getting out of the house and working out with me. His golf game is increasing, we're lifting together, and we feel good. Harbor, where I lost my reins and got my gains.
Starting the second quarter with a score of 14-9, and the Hornets lead the Pirates at home in a Skyline Conference game. The Pirates start with the basketball, and it's James coming up the floor. James kicking it to Delgado. Delgado kicking it outside to Potrats. Potrats now back to Delgado, zipping it to James. Something of note here in the second quarter, not a single substitution for the Pirates in the first quarter, and they're opening the second quarter with the same 5 girls. Here's Nolan. Now to James, top of the key, kicking it outside to Delgado. Back to James. James having it knocked loose by Campos before collecting and getting it to Delgado. Now it's Rector on the inside. Back outside to Delgado. Banks it off the rim. And the shot won't go. Here's Harper racing up the floor on the far side. Stops and gets it to Campos. Campos, nice pass to Harper, but it's intercepted by Rector. A better defensive read as it is knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Northcutt. And talk about a good defensive play there by the Pirates as Campos was driving hard to the rim, unleashed a fastball of a pass. And it was broken up right on time. A great read by the defense. The Pirates now operating with James. Now to Potrats near side, getting it to Nolan. Nolan back to James. Kicking it to Delgado. Delgado trying to get it to Rector. She tried to find Potrats, but the pass going wide right will be a turnover and possession to the Hornets. Here's Campos. Campos kicking it to Facel on the far side. Northcutt, about a 15-foot jumper from the left side, no good. Rebound is collected by Facel. She goes back up with it, no good. Campos collects the rebound there, but loses a handle on it. Ball dribbles outside to Delgado, and the Pirates have possession. Here's Delgado. She loses a handle on it. Has the ball picked away by Holly Parker. Parker racing up the floor. Stops at the left elbow. Gets it to Campos. Trying to get it inside to Harper. Loose ball is skirmished for under the rim. It's a held ball. And possession is going to stay with the Hornets. Inbound pass goes to Facel. She tries to drive baseline, loses a handle on it, recollects, but it's ripped away by Ruby Rector and the Phoenix Pirates. Still 14-9 as we cross the 6-minute mark, 6:07 to be exact, in the second. Here's James going up with it and gets hacked. We'll see if this foul is going to go against Campos or Harper, and it's going to go against Harper. Fourth team foul for Henley, and the first for Harper. James going to the line for 2. She's already got 2 points tonight, but this is her first opportunity at the penalty stripe. The first shot's good. Trims the lead down to 4 as we've got a sub coming in for Henley. Kennedy Modine in for Lily Facel. And James at the free throw line. That one will take a nice bounce off the rim and fall. So now a 3-point game. 14-11, Henley leads with 6 to go in the second. Here's Campos. Campos kicks it back outside to Modine. Modine finding Campos now. She thought about 3, now kicks it to Parker. Parker on the near side wing, getting it inside to Northcutt, who spins around and gets fouled on the shot. And so it'll be Jewel Northcutt going to the line for 2. Neither team has made a free throw, Henley hasn't made a free throw yet, as they are 0 for 2 at the line, but here's Northcutt for an opportunity. That one's good. It'll be 15-11. And the next made basket. 2 made free throws there by Northcutt as the inbound pass is collected by Delgado. Delgado guarded well beyond the arc by Parker. Delgado has it picked away by Modine, one-on-one in transition. Modine against Potratz. Modine up with the shot and gets fouled. Great defensive play there by the freshman guard, and she's earned herself a trip to the free throw line. 15 foul for Phoenix, as we remind you that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness. Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness have the most understanding trainers you can ask for. They help you get motivated, and their workouts will make you feel accomplished all day long. Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness want you to lose those reins and get your gains. First free throw is good. (17-11) now, pending a second free throw, and that one finds the bottom of the rim as well. Pirates having trouble getting the ball up the floor as Delgado loses a handle. It goes out of bounds in front of the Pirates bench, and so it'll be Hornets basketball with 5:25 to go in the second. Here's Campos. Kicking it over to Modine. Modine trying to find Campos, but travels. Couldn't make her mind up about the pass. And so it'll be Pirates basketball right in front of their own bench. The inbound coming inside to Rector. Rector outside to Delgado. Delgado getting it into Ahlam Muhammad. The first substitution into the game for Phoenix is Muhammad. Delgado. It's now Rector with it. Nolan guarded by Harper. Tried to get it to Rector, but the pass knocked out of bounds by Northcutt. Potratz guarded by Modine. Modine guarding her all the way into the paint. Here's Muhammad with a nice move to get to the rim, but the shot won't go. It's Annie Campos who clears the rebound. Campos racing up the floor, steps back, long 2, won't go. Rebound collected by Harper. She throws it back up off the glass, and again, a missed opportunity for Henley, but a third chance here as Campos collected the rebound. Here's Modine, well beyond the arc, kicking it to Campos. Back to Modine. Modine thought about a 3, but loses a handle. Bouncing it over to Campos. Campos getting it into Northcutt for a 15-foot jumper. And that's no good either. The Hornets getting so many second chance opportunities, but just cannot grab the bucket. Although they do lead by 7, 18-11 with 4 to go in the second. Here's Nolan for 3. That one overshoots its target as Campos runs down the loose ball. Pass into the front court to Harper. She battles for it through 3 players. She gets fouled. And Anna Harper will go to the line for 2. She's already got 6 points tonight, but her first opportunities at the line coming up. Tonight's broadcast on mybasin.com brought to you by Klamath Falls Subaru. Through the Subaru Love Promise and Subaru Share the Love events, Klamath Falls Subaru has donated thousands of dollars to dozens of hometown charities. Comfortable and not corporate at Klamath Falls Subaru. Stop by and say hi. Senya Campos into the game along with Maya Mock and Lily Fassell as Holly Parker, Kennedy Modine, and I believe that was Jewel Northcutt head to the bench for the Hornets. Here's the second free throw after the first one missed its mark. That one finds its way home. So a 1-for-2 trip at the line for Anna Harper. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 19-11, 3:50 to go in the second. You've got Lady Hornets basketball on mybasin.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Back inside the Hornets' nest as Henley leads Phoenix 19-11. 3:50 to go in the second quarter. And it'll be the Pirates to start with possession out of the break. And so the inbound pass finds its way to Potratz, kicking it ahead to Delgado. Delgado in the far corner, now kicking it to Rector, near side back to Delgado. Delgado brings it well beyond the perimeter, near the half-court stripe, takes a screen, trying to get some pick and roll going, pass out to Mohammed. Mohammed driving the lane with an open look at the rim and can't get it. Rebound is going to be snagged by Senya Campos. She crosses the timeline for the Hornets. And a bit of a double team, trying to get the pass to Fassell, lofting it back to Senya Campos. Getting it to Annie now near side. Puts it on the deck, free throw line jumper. That one rattles out, no good. Long rebound collected by Campos. Bounce pass inside to Fassell. Back outside to Campos for a far corner 3. And that one overshoots its mark, but a whistle down low is going to go against Kyla Potratz. No. Pardon me, Maya Mock collects a foul, a loose ball foul on the rebound attempt. That's her first, and Henley's 5th. Potratz takes the inbound pass for Phoenix. Pass goes near side to Nolan, now back to Delgado. Delgado getting it inside to Nolan, right underneath the rim, and the shot is bothered by Campos, but it ends up being a foul. And so Campos charged there. That's her first and 6th team foul for the Hornets. That'll mean 2 free throws coming up for Kenna Nolan, and she has been firing from distance tonight. A lot of triples taken, but nothing has dropped for her. She's got no points. Well, now 1 point as that made free throw goes into the books, and an opportunity at a second here. That free throw's no good, but Mohammed collects the rebound, so the Pirates retain possession before it's stolen away by Annie Campos. Annie Campos taking the floor in transition, up off the glass, no good. And Mohammed with the rebound. Here's Mohammed coming up the floor, trying to get to the rim. A loose ball is collected by Harper. And we're going to have a timeout. I believe there was something on the floor on the near side. And a guest appearance from the Henley Athletic Director, Luke Hammond. Got to get the kids in line. Can't be throwing stuff on the floor. As the brief pause in the action allows the Hornets to retain possession. Here's Senya Campos with it, getting it near side to Fassell. Long 2, rattles around the iron and won't go. A foul called down low is going to go against Henley. And they're going to charge that one to Annie Campos. That's her second foul. And that'll put Phoenix in the bonus, so they'll be shooting 1-1. Here's Mohammed at the line. Ahlam Mohammed, a sophomore, standing 5'6", getting her first action about halfway through this second quarter. Again, she's the only sub to come into the game for Phoenix tonight. They have stuck mostly with their same 5 players, but Morgan James on the bench right now, believing in a little bit of foul trouble, as the first free throw of a 1-1 was no good, and the rebound is a held ball. Possession stays with Phoenix. Inbound pass to Rector, now finds its way to Potratz. Potratz kicking it back to Rector, near side to Nolan. Decides against a 3, getting it now on the far side to Delgado. Delgado with it to Rector, trying to get it inside to Mohammed, but Fasel skies for the interception. Fasel up with the shot on the other side, gets fouled. Charge that one to Annabelle Delgado, the 5'4" junior, and that's going to send the freshman Fasel to the line for her first and second free throws of the night. She does already have 2 points this evening. Remember to refuel after the game at Mountain Mike's Pizza. You've earned a pizza made with 100% whole milk mozzarella and toppings piled so high that you'll need a mountain guide to reach the top. Mountain Mike's Pizza on Washburn near Walmart Shopping Center. Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be. All right, here's the second free throw. Front of the rim, no good, and the rebound is snagged by Rector. Here's Potratz taking it up the floor for Phoenix. Stopping at the free throw line, turning around, dishing it out to Rector for a long 3. That one short of the mark and out of bounds. Henley basketball with 1:36 to go in the second. 20-12 the score, and Henley leads. Here's Senya Campos walking it up the floor. Campos bouncing it over to Holly Parker. Back to Senya Campos. She has a good look at 3. Can't get it to go. Anna Harper with the rebound. Reverse layup. Too much. Another rebound by Henley and another miss. How about the fourth shot? That won't go either. Long rebound collected by Phoenix. And the shot is good by Delgado plus the foul. Senya Campos picking up her second foul. And that will send Delgado to the line to make it a 3-point play. The free throw's no good. Here's Harper. Harper getting it to Parker in the front court. Parker spinning around in a traffic jam, loses the ball but recollects. Back outside to Senya Campos, puts it on the deck, driving to the rim and gets fouled. Mohammed picks up her first foul, 8th team foul for Phoenix. And we'll have 2 free throws coming up for Senya Campos, as that was the shooting foul. Here's the first. It's good. Back up to a 7-point advantage for Henley. Second free throw won't go. Henley with the rebound, trying on the putback again, no good. And Harper with the rebound, and she is going to travel on the far side. Hornets having trouble finishing at the rim tonight. Pirates have done a good job with interior defense. Hornets have collected their fair share of second, third, and even fourth chances on the glass, but Phoenix has remained in it, 21-14. I'd imagine, don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but with the rebound disparity just from the eyeball test, you would expect the margin to be bigger than just 7 points. But that's why Phoenix has been playing very well defensively tonight. At the line for 2 is Kyla Potratz. And pardon me, it was just 1-1, but she did make her first, makes it 21-15. And so the second one is no good. Rebound out of bounds. will be last touched by Henley. So a second life there for the Pirates, as it'll be Delgado to inbound. Delgado getting it near side to Nolan. Nolan handing it to Delgado along the near side. Nolan setting a screen, but the pass goes to Potratz out of bounds. And it'll be Hornets basketball. 33 seconds to go in the first half and a 6-point difference. 21-15, Henley leads. Here's Senya Campos with it, well beyond the arc. Bouncing it over to Parker. Parker getting it inside to Campos. Campos puts it on the deck, terminates the dribble, back outside to Parker. Parker now to Mock. Now on the far side to Fasel, driving inside, has the shot bothered. Rebound collected by Campos. Tries to go up off the glass. That one won't go. Another rebound collected by Henley. Fasel up with the shot. That won't go. Here's Harper finally with the finish. And that will bring us to the end of the quarter with a score of 23-15 at halftime. We'll be back and we'll recap the first half as we've seen it coming up in just a bit as we continue your coverage of Lady Hornets basketball on mybasin.com.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
We're back at Henley High School at halftime tonight as the Lady Hornets are in front of the Phoenix Pirates, 23-15 at halftime. Henley's been led in scoring by Anna Harper, who's got 9 points tonight. Another stellar first half for the sophomore. Also 4 points tonight for Kennedy Modine and Jewel Northcutt. Annie Campos has 2 along with Lily Fasel, and 1 point for Senya Campos is how we tally up to 23 tonight for the Henley Hornets. 15 points is led by Annabelle Delgado for the Pirates. You've got 4 more from Morgan James. 1 for Kinnan Nolan and Kyla Potratz as well. And a made free throw from Alam Muhammad as well. Gets you up to 15 for the Phoenix Pirates in that first half. Boy, Henley really dominated the glass. Don't have the exact rebound numbers in front of me right now, unfortunately, but you could just see offensive rebounds for Henley. And second, third, and fourth chances, they just couldn't get it. So if Henley is able to convert on their second chances before having to draw it out into third and fourth and even fifth chances sometimes, I expect them to start to separate themselves from the Pirates just a little bit. Now you look what Phoenix has been doing so far. A lot of missed triples. You look at someone like Kinnan Nolan for Phoenix, the 5'6" senior, with only 1 point in the first half, although she has shot quite a few three-pointers. Those start to drop, that could also keep Phoenix in the ball game. So with the difference as it is right now, just an 8-point difference between these two teams. This first half, I think both teams didn't play up to their standard, and I expect each team to turn a little bit of a switch here in the second half and continue what's been a pretty close and hard-fought basketball game thus far. We're going to take one break. When we come back, we'll take a look around the Skyline Conference and a look ahead at the schedule, as tonight marks the halfway point of the Skyline Conference season for each of these two teams. Also, right now, you can see warming up on the floor each of the varsity boys teams. If you're trying to catch that game, don't worry, you don't have to go anywhere. Right here on this very same link on mybasin.com. Right after the conclusion of this game, we'll be live with Henley Hornets boys varsity basketball after this girls contest is concluded, which still has a second half ahead. We'll talk about it next as we continue your halftime show on mybasin.com. Hornets in front of the Pirates, 23-15.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So it's right here.
For a limited time, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
We're back on mybasin.com at halftime of the varsity girls contest tonight between the Phoenix Pirates and the Henley Hornets. Henley up 23-15 at halftime tonight in what marks the halfway point of the Skyline Conference League schedule for each of these teams. Usually it'd come a little bit later in the calendar, but this year with only the 5 teams in the conference, dropping North Valley last year, or pardon me, over the summer, I should say. Tonight marking that halfway point. Right now, Mazama is undefeated in conference play with that 4-0 record. These Henley Hornets, ranked 8th in the state, find themselves behind the Vikings, 2-1 overall. And when those two teams met, I believe it was a week ago tonight that those two teams played. It was a 48-43 win for Mazama. Mazama also beat these Pirates back on January 13th. That was 51-35. So the Vikings starting to separate themselves from the pack just a little bit as we again approach that halfway point of the regular season. The Pirates and the Pelicans are tied for that 3rd spot in the conference, each with a 1-2 record. And the Hidden Valley Mustangs searching for that first league win. They could get it tonight at Klamath Union. The Mustangs find themselves in the basin tonight at Pell Court. We'll try to keep you updated on that score as we move forward throughout the evening. The Pelicans hosting the Mustangs, and the Vikings not in action tonight. Again, all these teams working towards that date, which is March 9th through the 11th. I don't think it's too soon to look ahead to the state tournament at Forest Grove High School, as these are the games that get you there. Games like this, where you're up by 8 at halftime and neither team has played up to standard. I think that we'll see a very exciting second half as these teams get ready for an exciting third quarter. 23-15 the score at halftime. We're going to take one more break, and when we come back, it'll be time for the third quarter on mybasin.com.
During COVID, I gained over 24 pounds. I lost motivation in working out. I lost motivation in eating healthy. And for me, if I'm not active, I just don't eat well. But then I started taking a class at Harbor's gym called High Low. The first week I felt like I didn't fit in and I couldn't do it, but the instructor was so kind and thanked me for coming and told me how well I did. I was like, no, I wasn't, but it made me come back the next week and the next week. And soon enough, I was keeping up with the class. I started introducing more classes and then going Saturdays. I learned how to lift weights accurately with repetition. I started lifting on my own. I started golfing too with my husband. And all of a sudden, I was buying salads instead of sandwiches. Small victories happened week by week, and it's 100% because of Harbor, their staff, their gym, the golf. My husband is getting out of the house and working out with me. His golf game is increasing, we're lifting together, and we feel good. Harbor, where I lost my reins and got my gains.
Back inside the Hornets' nest for tonight's game of the week between the Pirates and the Hornets as we get ready for the third quarter. Henley girls are in front of the Phoenix girls, 23-15. Looks like the five on the floor for Henley is going to be Annie Campos, Anna Harper, Holly Parker, Maya Mock. I believe that's Jewel Northcutt out there as well for Phoenix. Yeah, it is Jewel Northcutt. Give the nod to start this third quarter. Meantime, for Phoenix, it's going to be Delgado, Rector, Potrats, James, and Nolan. The original five that started the game for Phoenix and have played more than 70% of this game together so far. These five started the game, and Phoenix has hardly made any substitutions. The only substitution we saw was Ahlam Mohammed, who came in about halfway through that second quarter when James got in a little bit of foul trouble. So we'll see if Phoenix decides to make some changes this half or if they keep with the same game plan. Northcutt takes a jumper to start the third quarter. The rebound goes out of bounds. Possession will remain with Henley. And so it'll be Harper to inbound. Getting it inside to Campos. Campos dishing outside to Harper. Pardon me, this is Mock. Now to Campos. Campos takes a step to her left, takes a 19-foot jumper that won't go. And here's the Pirates. Pass to the front court to Nolan. Up off the glass. No good. The rebound goes out of bounds. And possession to the Pirates. Here's Delgado to inbound. Getting it quickly inside to Rector, and she can't get the close layup. Here's Harper with it now for Henley. Harper getting it over to Parker. Parker now at the right elbow, kicks it outside to Mock. Now Campos, top of the key. Quick pass to Northcutt. She drives baseline and gets fouled. And so Northcutt will get a chance at two. 2 for 2 from the line thus far. She's got 4 points tonight as well. We'll remind you that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Abby's Legendary Pizza. If you're looking for a great place to eat, head to one of Abby's Legendary Pizza locations for some of the best pizza in the Klamath Basin. 1919 Austin Street or 2226 Shalleck Street near OIT. Abby's Legendary Pizza is a proud supporter of high school sports. Here's the second free throw. That one's no good from Northcutt, so no dice on the foul shots as James gets a nice transition bucket for Phoenix. Makes it 23-17, 7 minutes to go in the third. Here's Campos spinning around to her right, kicking it outside to Parker for a long two. That one won't go. Here is Potrats with the rebound, and she races up the floor for Phoenix. Potrats now within the confines of the three-point arc, driving to the rim, up off the glass, and a foul. Late whistle at that, but it's going against Annie Campos. And that's going to be her third foul. First Henley team foul this half is at the line is Kyla Potrats. She is 1 for 4 from the penalty stripe so far. And only that 1 point to show for her performance tonight, but sunk the free throw there. Fussell into the game for Henley as Harper takes a seat on the bench. Here's the second free throw. That one's no good. A rebound is finally corralled by Holly Parker. Parker up along the far side, getting it to Northcutt. Northcutt putting it on the deck, up with a jumper, rattles out, no good. Rebound collected by Henley as Maya Mock goes back up with the shot but can't get it. Fussell followed it up with a putback and a held ball, possession Pirates. And again, just trouble at the rim for Henley tonight, especially on those second and third opportunities. 5-point difference, 6.5 to go in the third. Here's James. Dishing it to Potrats. Potrats trying to back down Fussell, kicking it over to Rector for a free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound is kicked out to half court. Ball goes out of bounds, possession Pirates. Here's Delgado. Getting it into James on the inbound. James trying to direct a little bit of traffic as she crosses to her left, kicks it outside to Delgado for three, and she splashes it. That's Delgado's second triple of the night, and a pass in transition is knocked away by Rector. Possession remains with Henley. And I had talked about a little bit in the pregame show, Phoenix is apt to shoot the triple. That's only their second make, though. That doesn't stop them from shooting it, as Northcutt collects a bucket there. That's her 6th point tonight. Here's Phoenix in transition. It's Delgado along the far side, loses a handle, but recollects. Underhand shovel pass to James is knocked out of bounds by Campos. Subs coming in for Phoenix is Senya Campos and Kennedy Modine. Check in for Holly Parker and Maya Mock. Fussell remains into the game and knocks away the inbound pass, but it goes out of bounds, and possession is going to stay with Phoenix. Inbound pass to Rector, kicking it over to Nolan. Nolan to James. James driving inside, up off the glass, no good. And the rebound is collected by Senya Campos. Campos racing up the floor, kicks it over to Modine, now to Campos, top of the key. Campos, back over to Campos. Putting it on the deck, driving inside, up with the right hand, and she gets fouled. So Senya Campos will get a chance at the free throw line here. 1 for 2 already tonight, and that's her only point of the ball game so far. Tonight's broadcast on mybasin.com brought to you by Les Schwab Tires. Having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle is just part of an essential safety checklist. That's why Les Schwab Tires does more than install just tires and wheels. You can come on in for a free pre-trip safety check, and they're going to help make sure that everything is in working order at Les Schwab Tires. Here's the second free throw from Campos after the first one was good. That one took a friendly bounce off the front of the rim and dropped, and so Henley will call time. We'll take one as well as the Hornets lead by 6, 27-21 on mybasin.com.
Plus, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
27-21, that's the score here with 5:14 left to go in the third quarter as the Lady Hornets are in front of Phoenix. The Pirates do start with the basketball as the inbound pass intended for James is stolen away by Campos. Getting it to Northcutt. Northcutt collects the loose ball, tries to get one off the glass, no good. Rebound is battled for by Campos, turns around and gets the bucket. My goodness. Hard work on the glass finally paying off for Henley as they're up by 8, 29-21. 4:55 to go. Pass goes outside to Rector for 3, and that's good. That's Rector's first points of the night. As Campos trying to get the rebound and putback. It was a miss, and Fussell gets fouled on her attempted putback. Fussell 0 for 2 at the penalty stripe tonight, with her team up 5. Tonight's game on mybasin.com brought to you by Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Picking the right path can make the journey easier, the distance shorter, and can assure that you end up at the right place. Whether you're dreaming of owning a home or you just want a great checking account, Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union can help you reach your goals. James is out. Ahlam Mohammed is in. The sophomore, standing 5'6", is Fasel's second free throw, rattles home. Inbound pass intended for Potrats was knocked away by Fasel. The possession will remain with the Pirates. And again, an inbound pass that goes awry. Here's Campos stepping into a three. It's good for Annie Campos. That extends the Henley lead to 10, 34-24, and another steal for the Hornets. Here's Kennedy Modine taking a Senya Campos screen. Modine getting it to Senya Campos near side. Senya Campos puts it on the deck, now moving left, bouncing it inside. Annie Campos turns around and knocks it down. Annie Campos catching a bit of fire here in the third quarter, builds her team's lead to 12. 4 minutes to go in the third. You've got Henley Lady Hornets basketball tonight on mybasin.com.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So third here.
For a limited time, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
And we welcome you back to mybasin.com as the Henley Hornets lead 36-24. MyBasin.com is your home for everything going on in the Klamath Basin, from news to special events to everything else in between. You want to get details on the Klamath Bull Sale happening this weekend? Grab it at mybasin.com. And, of course, Henley basketball all season long. The Lady Hornets don't stop here. It's just the halfway point of their Skyline Conference season. Right now they find themselves up 12 against the Phoenix Pirates. Henley defense trying to put the pressure on the Pirates as the pass goes near side to Nolan. Back over to Delgado, inside to Mohammed. Now to Nolan near side for three. That one rattles out, no good. And Campos battles for the glass. Here's Annie in transition. Trying to move along the right side. Takes a step to the rim. Kicks it outside to Modine for three. It's good for the freshman Modine. Knocking down a long triple on a bank shot. 7 points for Modine tonight. And the lead is now 15 for the Hornets. Here's the Pirates now on the near side as Potrats is bothered by Fasel. Getting it now near side to Nolan. Turned Campos around, but no shot taken. Now Campos back to handling Nolan. The ball knocked away, but recollected for a held ball. And possession goes to Henley. Hornets have snatched momentum here in the third quarter. Here's Modine. Passing it over to Senya Campos. Campos launching it to Modine near side. Putting it on the deck. Driving to the rim. Up with the shot. That won't go. And the rebound collected by Rector. Rector trying to get it to Potrats, but the ball knocked out of bounds. Possession's taken with the Pirates. Anna Harper checking into the game for Lily Fasel. So the five out there for the Hornets. It's Senya Campos, Annie Campos, Jewel Northcutt, Anna Harper, and Kennedy Modine. Here's the Pirates now operating on the far side. It's Delgado trying to drive to the rim along the left side. Ball goes out of bounds. And the Pirates retain possession. Inbound pass knocked away by Northcutt, and the Pirates, they'll stay with possession, but the Hornets picking up the intensity on defense. That and some stellar shooting from beyond the arc has earned them a 15-point lead here in the third quarter. Inbound pass again knocked out of bounds. This time, though, it'll be Hornets basketball. So we've got subs coming in, Holly Parker and Maya Mock in for Senya Campos and Kennedy Modine. Annie Campos with the inbound pass. As she thought about a three, kicks it over to Mock. Mock finding Parker now top of the key. Now to Annie Campos near side. Campos driving in. 12-foot jumper. Banks off, no good. Rebound is loose underneath the bucket and a held ball. Possession Pirates. Inbound pass again knocked away, and this Henley team defense has really picked up in the third quarter. Here's Delgado to inbound for Phoenix. Gets it into Potrats. And the defense for Henley. Hassling up the floor. Here's Potrats finally crossing the half-court line. Now near side to Delgado. Back outside to Delgado. Kicks it over to Potrats for a mid-range jumper. That's no good. Here's Campos. Coming up the floor, minute 55 to go in the third. Campos one step inside the perimeter. Can't get the shot to go. Rebound collected by Harper, who gets the putback. 11 points tonight for Harper as the inbound pass goes to Delgado. She is hassled up the floor, finally crosses the half-court marker. Dribbles out for a three. That one rims out, no good. Here's Parker with the rebound. Parker bouncing it over to Campos. She thought about a three, driving the near side. Kicks it outside to Parker for two. No good. And the rebound is loose. Collected by Phoenix. Delgado in a one-on-two fast break. And she gets fouled on the shot. And we'll head to the line. (41-26). A minute 5 to go in the third quarter, and Henley leads. Here's Modine kicking it near side to Mock, zipping the pass inside to Harper. And good interior defense there by the Pirates, results in a held ball on the attempted rebound. Quick inbound pass goes to Harper. She fired a long two that won't go. Here's 49 seconds to go in the third. 41-26. Potrats dishing it over to Rector. Rector back to Potrats, down near side to Nolan. Nolan back to Rector. Here's Delgado beyond the key, driving inside, outside to Rector. Rector zipping it over to Potrats, now far side to Delgado, trying to race past the defense, up with the shot, and it's good, and the foul. Nice play there by Delgado to earn a tough bucket, and she gets a chance at a three-point play. She does have 10 points tonight, leads her team in that number. Delgado is 0 for 1 at the line tonight, but she makes that one. 41-29. And here's Modine passing it over to Parker. Parker gets it inside to Harper, who is fouled on the shot. Second free throw was good there for Harper. And a whistle as James checks back into the game. 16 seconds to go in the third, 42-29. Inbound pass to James as she races up the floor. James kicking it outside to Rector. Rector now to Delgado. Delgado getting it to Potrats. A nice lane to the rim, and she gets fouled on the drive, on the shot rather. And so it'll be Potrats heading to the line. She has not had the best of luck from the penalty stripe tonight. Just 2 for 6 so far. And that free throw takes a friendly bounce and drops. Here's the second one on the way for Potrats. And that one's good as well. A good trip to the line for the senior. 2 seconds now left to go. The shot at the buzzer will not go, but Henley exploded in this third quarter. They're up by 11, at one point leading by 15, 42-31 as we prepare for the fourth on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
And we're back on mybasin.com with some Henley Lady Hornets basketball in the fourth quarter. It's the action happening on the near side here as we join you back into the action. 5 on the floor for Henley is going to be Annie Campos, Lily Fassell, Senya Campos, Anna Harper, and Jewel Northcutt. Pass comes to Anna Harper on the near side, getting it inside to Annie Campos. Tries to get the layup, but ends up hitting underneath the backboard as it's James coming up the floor for Phoenix. Here's James, kicking it outside to Delgado for 3. Bounces off the front of the rim, no good. James with the rebound. And the pass over to Delgado. She's trying to drive the lane. Up off the glass, won't go. And Fassell with the rebound. Fassell kicking it near side to Harper. Harper to Northcutt, back to Senya Campos. Campos, right between the circles, finds Fassell. Now to Harper, top of the key. Harper in a bit of a double team, trying to find Campos near side. Ball goes out of bounds. But I believe it was tipped by a Pirate, so possession will remain with the Hornets. As Campos inbounds, finds Harper for 2, and it's good. Long 2 there made by Harper. As James kicks it out into the corner for a triple for Delgado. Pardon me, that was Rector with the miss. And a collision on the far side allows the Hornets to collect the rebound. Pass comes near side to Harper. Inbound pass to James. James outside to Rector. She drives the lane up off the glass, no good. And here's Campos. Campos lofting it into Campos, and the ball goes loose. Last touched by the Hornets, so possession goes to the Pirates. Inbound pass to Nolan on the far side for Phoenix, trying to drive inside, loses the handle. On the right block, spins around, up with the shot, no good. And Fussell clears the glass. Fussell loses a handle, kicks it to Harper. Harper up with the shot off the glass, no good. And James gets crossed up with a teammate battling for a rebound. And I believe this should be Hornets basketball. Mock into the game for Campos. And Parker into the game for Fussell. Quick inbound pass goes to Parker. Catch and shoot jumper for two, no good. And a Harper there for the rebound, no good. The rebound batted outside to Northcutt. She takes a free throw line jumper that won't go. And a battle down low for the board is finally collected by Potrats. She throws it into the front court to Delgado, who collides with Mock on the other side of the floor. The ball was last touched by Mock, so it'll be collected by Delgado to inbound. Timeout on the floor called by the Pirates. Will take one as well. 5:42 to go in the fourth, and the Hornets lead by 13. 44-31 on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Back into the action in the fourth quarter as Henley leads 44-31. Quick inbound pass goes for two for Rector. She's got 5 points tonight. Now it's Holly Parker there on the outside. Holly Parker trying to find Mock, can't. Pass goes over to Mock. And Mock driving to the rim, up off the glass, won't go. And Phoenix takes it away. Now it's going to be Delgado kicking it over to James. And a foul for Phoenix will. Mock picks up her third foul there. James heading to the line for two. She is perfect from the line thus far. And she remains that. Brings her team back within 10 with just under 5 to go in the game, as that makes her a perfect 3 for 3 tonight and give her 5 points on the evening so far, as Annie Campos and Senya Campos take a seat on the bench as Fussell checks back in. That shot missing. Harper collects the glass. Kicking it over to Modine. Modine going to find Parker. Parker bouncing it over to Fussell. Fussell lofting one to Mock, now to Modine. Modine trying to go left, loses the handle for a second but recollects. Kicks it to Parker. Parker back to Modine. Modine driving inside. Kicks it near side to Fussell, driving baseline, bouncing it inside to Harper. Harper trying to back down the defender, up off the glass, no good, and a foul. And this is going to go against Henley. And that's Mock picking up the foul there. 16 foul for the Hornets as they lead by 10. 4.5 to go in the final frame. As Delgado bringing it up the floor, trying to kick it outside to Rector, but she loses the handle, and so Henley gets possession right back. Parker dishing it over to Fussell. Fussell lofting it to Mock. Mock zipping it near side to Modine. Mock backing down the defender, kicks it outside to Fussell for 3, no good. And the rebound collected by Potrats. Bouncing it to James as James is going to try to take it up the floor for Phoenix. She's been the spark tonight on offense, taking it to the rim, up off the glass, no. And the rebound battled for, and the battle's won by Lily Fussell. Kicks it ahead to Modine as Modine takes it across the timeline for Henley, and a timeout. We'll take 1-2. 10-point ball game, 44-34, 3:42 to go in the fourth. You've got Lady Hornets back. MyBasin.com.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
For a limited time, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
44-34, 3:42 to go in the fourth. Lady Hornets will start with the basketball as we come out of the break. It'll be Fussell, Harper, Senya Campos, Holly Parker, and Kennedy Modine. Out there for Phoenix, it's the 5 we've seen all night. Potrats, Delgado, James, Rector, and Nolan. Senya Campos with it now near side. Bouncing it over to Parker, well beyond the arc. And back to Campos. Campos getting it inside to Harper, puts it on the deck and a clean look at the rim for Anna Harper. 46-34, 3:23 to go in the fourth. Zipping it over to James, top of the key, trying to get it inside to Delgado, who stumbles on her way to the rim, and a held ball, and the Henley bench asking for a travel. I don't blame them. Here is Delgado trying to get around Campos, driving inside, trying to kick it back outside to Rector, but it is a held ball. Possession goes to the Hornets. Pass inside to Harper, up off the glass, and it's good. Anna Harper with a couple of field goals here in the fourth to extend her team's lead back up to 14. Here's James. James trying to drive left, kicking it over to Delgado. She takes a triple and nails it. For Delgado tonight, that is her third made triple, and 14 points for her tonight. Bouncing it inside, Harper kicks it back outside to Fussell, now to Senya Campos as she tries to answer with a triple of her own, but it won't go. Rebound collected by Fussell for the putback. Fussell with 6 points tonight. Her team up 50-37. Another 3 is no good for Phoenix. Here's Holly Parker. Parker kicking it to Senya Campos, now near side to Modine. Kicks it outside to Parker for a long 2. It's good after a friendly roll around the rim. 52-37, lead back up to 15, and we've got time. 1:44 to go in the fourth, and Henley up 52-37. You've got Lady Hornets basketball on mybasin.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Fourth quarter action continues as the Hornets are looking to close out a home win against the Phoenix Pirates, up 52-37 with just under 2 minutes to go, 1:44 to be exact. 5 out on the floor for Henley as they try to close out this ball game. It'll be Fasel, Campos, Cernowski, and a couple of new faces. I believe that's Kennedy Modine and Meredith Brown into the game for the Pirates. For the Hornets, is that's, again, Meredith Brown and Ashlyn Cernowski, a couple of juniors, getting some playing time in the final minutes of this game in which Henley leads by 15. Foul on Henley as James will head to the line. Cernowski picks up her second foul. And here's the free throw from James. And that one is good. We'll remind you to stick around on the link that you're at right now if you want to watch the varsity boys contest coming up after the conclusion of this one. You don't have to go anywhere. Just stay right where you are. MyBasin.com. It's your home for Hornets hoops all regular season long and into the playoffs should either team make it that far, as we, again, tonight marking the halfway point of the Skyline Conference regular season. Here's Senya Campos with it, bouncing it to Modine. A nice feed, but the shot won't go. It's James with the rebound. James up off the glass for Delgado. That's Rector for the hoop and the foul. As she has come on in this fourth quarter quite nicely. She's got 7 points and a chance to make it 8 with a made free throw here. All of her points coming here in the fourth quarter. Here's Rector. And it is no good. Rebound snagged by Fasel. It's Modine on the rebound. Here's Modine driving left, guarded by Delgado, kicking it out to Senya Campos, driving inside. Nice pass to Cernowski, won't go. Cernowski gets her own rebound. The putback attempt's no good. In a battle for the ball down low, it's a held ball. Possession Pirates.
There's a white Toyota 4Runner with dealer plates. Your lights are on in the parking lot.
Under a minute to go now in this ball game as Morgan James brings it up the floor. James driving near side, tries to go up with the shot, but the rebound collected by Rector goes out of bounds. And possession to the Pirates. Inbound pass goes to James, to Rector near side, trying to drive for the shot and collects her own rebound out of bounds. So it'll be Hornets basketball with 38 seconds to go. Hornets could hold on and take the final possession here if they're careful with the basketball as Modine takes the inbound. Modine racing up the floor and decides to take a shot herself. And she says, to heck with putting the brakes on this game. We still want to score, 54-41. With 25 seconds to go in the game. Shot no good. And here's Fasel with 17 seconds left to go. Fasel racing to the rim and fouled. And Fasel at the line for two. First free throw from Fasel is good. And Fasel for her second. That one's also good. 56-41, back up to a 15-point ball game with 13 and a half to go in the fourth. Under 10 now. Here's Potrach trying to spin around, drive inside, and will miss the shot. Rebound collected by Senya Campos, and she'll dribble it out as the final buzzer sounds. And the Henley Lady Hornets collecting league win number 3. We'll be right back and recap this one for you before getting ready for the boys varsity contest next on MyBasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, the retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Final score tonight, the Henley Lady Hornets picking up league win number 3 as they defeated the Phoenix Pirates 56-41 on their home floor. They were led in scoring tonight by Anna Harper. Another night where the sophomore notched 14 points, 9 points for Annie Campos and Kennedy Modine, the freshman, taking a triple in that second half and knocking down some field goals as well. 6 points tonight for Lily Fussell and Jewel Northcutt. 3 points tonight for Senya Campos is how we tally up to 56 tonight for Henley. And for the Phoenix Pirates, they were led by 14 points by Annabelle Delgado. She knocked down 3 triples in this game. Also 8 points for Morgan James, 7 for Ruby Rector, 4 for Kyla Potratz, and 1 for Kenna Nolan. As Henley improves to 3-1, the Pirates fall to 1-3. As again, we've been talking about it, marks the halfway point of the Skyline Conference season. Henley still that number 2 team as Mazama has the night off tonight with that 4-0 league record that the Hornets are chasing down. And again, for Phoenix, they fall down to 4th place in the conference, 1-3, sandwiched between Klamath Union and Hidden Valley. We're going to take a brief intermission, and when we come back, we'll be ready for boys varsity basketball on mybasin.com. And a very pleasant good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to another edition of Henley Hornets basketball live tonight on 104.3 and 960 Sports HD video on mybasin.com tonight. So glad that you're with us for the Hornets hosting the Phoenix Pirates tonight in a Skyline Conference matchup. My name is Josh Eldridge. Kevin Petrick will be joining us on the broadcast momentarily as Henley looking to keep that perfect record as tonight marks the halfway point in league play for the Skyline Conference. Henley entering the contest tonight 3-0 in conference play, 10-6 overall. Meantime, Phoenix looking to even things out. They are 8-9, 1-2 overall this season. Henley winners of 4 straight. Phoenix losers of 4 of their last 5. They've been a bit of a streaky team this season. We'll take a look at both teams when we return from our quick break and take a look at the Skyline Conference as well as you've got Henley Hornets basketball tonight hosting the Phoenix Pirates on 103 and 960 Sports HD video tonight on mybasin.com.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you, local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
And we're back inside the Hornets nest on 104.3 and 960 Sports HD video tonight on mybasin.com. Appreciate you wherever you are watching or listening to tonight's broadcast. The Henley Hornets taking on the Pirates in a Skyline Conference game as we take just a quick look now at the Skyline Conference standings as, again, tonight marks the halfway point of the season for each of these teams. And Henley is atop the conference with a perfect 3-0 record in that 10-6 overall mark. They're ranked 7th in the state right now. Klamath Union follows them closely with a 2-1 mark. These Phoenix Pirates are knotted up with Hidden Valley for a 1-2 league record, and the Mazama Vikings are 1-3 in Skyline Conference play. And again, we talk about what it means to be at the halfway point of the season. It's not uncommon for teams to start looking around just a little bit, seeing where they are in their conference. And, of course, looking ahead to the weekend of March 9th, 10th, and 11th, the site of the 4A state tournament at Forest Grove High School. Again, Henley was snubbed last year. They hosted a playoff game against Staten and couldn't close things out. But Hornets this year, again, on a 13-game conference winning streak dating back to last year. They've come out with a vengeance, and they've been playing well this season. They've got to defend home court tonight against a Phoenix Pirates team who has been a little bit streaky this season. And I don't think anyone would shake their head with me saying that. This team opened the season winning 6 of their first 7 contests, and then has since lost 8 of their last 10. So when the goings get tough, Phoenix trying to break themselves out of a spell. And again, meantime for Henley, they are winners of 4 straight and 5 of their last 6. So Henley and Phoenix trending in different directions. But you look at how well that Phoenix has played, how closely they've played some teams. They only lost to Klamath Union by 1 point. And they beat Hidden Valley by a couple of points. Meantime for Henley, comparing the stats with those two teams, they beat Mazama by 5 and beat Hidden Valley by 18 points. And so you look at the trends for each of these teams. They're in different spots of the season, but here tonight, ready to do battle, the Pirates and the Hornets. As we are just a couple of seconds away now from starting lineups and tip-off. And I believe we're going to start first with the Phoenix Pirates. And we do appreciate you spending your evening with us. MyBasin.com. It is your home for everything going on in the Klamath Basin, from news to sports to everything else in between, special events. Find it online at MyBasin.com. I will also say the Oregon Schools Activities Association is searching for spring officials. So if you're interested in being an umpire for baseball or softball, visit osaa.org/officials. It's a great opportunity to stay in shape, give back to your community, and stay involved in a sport you love. Plus, you earn a little bit of that cash money on the side. osaa.org/officials. And we are just ready to meet the starting lineups for the Phoenix Pirates. Starting at guard, a junior 5'9", Robin Trenbeth. Number 2, a senior 5'6", Jenner Selden. Number 15, a senior 5'7", Vicente Ponce. Number 23, a junior 5'10", Dylan Harper. And number 33, a senior 6'4", Julius Bolstad. The Pirates are coached by Troy McNichols and assisted by Dave Earhart. Now it's time to meet the starting 5 for the hometown Henley Hornets. Number 10, a senior, Owen Sheen. Number 12, another senior, Blaine Boersma. Number 14, a third senior in the starting 5, it's Shaw Stork. Number 24, a junior, Luke Bennett. And number 44, a junior, Marcus McCready. The Hornets are coached by Luke Hammond and assisted by Thomas Loney. Kevin Petrick joining us tonight on the broadcast. Kevin, thanks for hustling up there after a tough-fought girls varsity game. And here for this one, we talked a little bit about it. Phoenix, they like to move quickly in transition, but something interesting that they've done the past couple of seasons is a lot of substitutions. They will take this bench deep, very similar to what the Hornets will do in this game.
Yeah, both coaches will use their benches. They have a lot of athletes on both sides, and we'll see a lot of players tonight.
The Pirates control the opening tip as they go from right to left across your radio dial. Quickly opting into a three-pointer is Dylan Harper and converting for a triple as Phoenix opens up a 3-0 lead over Phoenix about 13 seconds into the ball game. Here's Shaw Stork trying to hustle up the floor, getting it to McCready. Bennett now on the near side. Back to Boersma, top of the key. Boersma finding Bennett now on the near side. Bennett getting it into Stork, kicks it over to Boersma. Now to Bennett. McCready now in the air corner, getting it to Sheen, dishes it to Marcus, driving to the rim, kicks it out to Boersma, now to Bennett, top of the key, 4-3. Back iron no good, and Bolstad clears the glass. And the Pirates now going the other way. Phoenix tonight in their navy blue road uniforms with the red trim and the white numbers. Phoenix tonight in their home white uniforms as the shot is missed on the near side by Selden. Pass is going to be knocked out of bounds, and possession goes to the Pirates.
Phoenix trying to apply a little pressure after the Hornets inbound the basketball, and they're dropping back into a zone, something we haven't seen a whole lot of this year.
Pass goes over to Trenbeth. Trenbeth on that right side, guarded by Sheen, kicks it to Bolstad on the left wing. Here is Harper with it now. Harper's tripped up by Boersma, but the loose ball collected by Selden. Selden has it now, right at half court, kicking it to Bolstad. Bolstad now near side to Harper. Kicks it top of the key to Ponce. Now back to Bolstad, guarded by McCready beyond the perimeter. Here's Trenbeth. Picked up by Sheen, well beyond the arc. Pass now goes into the far side over to Ponce. And out of bounds, possession stays with the Pirates.
Phoenix taking their time on this possession. Although their first possession, they shot the ball right away, so you're not sure what you'll get with Phoenix. They'll mix it up.
Harper has it now, driving to the rim, and is fouled and gets the bucket on the shot. So 5-0, pending a free throw, as Harper has got all the points tonight so far for Phoenix.
Another quick strike. Both of their hoops have been on quick strikes on the offensive side.
The free throw on the way from Harper is going to rattle out, and the rebound snagged by Stork. The Hornets a chance to answer. Picked up by Trenbeth at half court. Handed it off to Boersma, getting it to Sheen. Sheen trying to drive inside along the left side. Underhand pass intended for McCready. Goes out of bounds, and possession sticking with the Hornets. Boersma to inbound. As Blaine finds Shaw close to the rim, puts it on the deck, gets it back inside to Boersma, but he didn't set his feet inbounds before collecting the pass. A turnover, and it's Phoenix basketball.
Henley with a couple early turnovers here. They've yet to score.
5-0, 6 minutes to go in the first. A loft inside to Bolstad as he goes up against McCready, but he wipes it clean, and Stork gets the rebound. Here's Stork passing it over to Boersma, but it's knocked away, and Harper takes away the pass. Phoenix going the other way. Harper from 10 feet out, bounces it off the front of the rim, no good, and Sheen with the rebound. Here's Sheen bringing it up the floor for Henley, bouncing it over to Boersma on the left wing. Boersma trying to direct a bit of traffic, kicks it now to Bennett on the right side. Bennett back to Boersma, now between the circles, now to Bennett now near side. McCready with a 14-foot jumper is good. He's got a nice touch.
Good shot by Marcus right near the free throw line.
Bolstad opts into a three for Phoenix and splashes it. The big man knocking down a triple as Phoenix ahead 8-2 with 5:13 to go in the first. Here's Bennett, near side for the Hornets. Passes it back to Boersma. Boersma trying to direct a bit of traffic. Passes it to Bennett, who opts for a triple that won't go. Rebound is snagged by Harper. Harper now racing up the floor for Phoenix. On the far side, getting it to Trenbeth. Trenbeth near side to Selden. Selden trying to drive left. Trips up and opts to kick it back out to Trenbeth. Now to Bolstad far side beyond the arc. Harper taking the Bolstad screen and a long three. Front iron no good. Rebound is snagged by McCready. He kicks it to Stork as he'll cross the timeline for the Hornets. Trying to drive along the left side. Kicks it outside to Sheen. Sheen steps back inside to McCready to Stork. And Stork is fouled on his drive to the rim. He'll go to the line for two.
Henley doing a nice job on the defensive boards, not giving Phoenix second chance shots. And that drive to the hoop that time was started by a good rebound and a good outlet for Henley.
And we'll remind you, tonight's broadcast on mybasin.com brought to you by Les Schwab Tires. Having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle is just part of an essential safety checklist. That's why Les Schwab does more than install just tires and wheels. You can come on in for a free pre-trip safety check, and they're going to help make sure that everything is in working order at Les Schwab Tires. Stork 1 for 2 from the free throw line, but Sheen collects the rebound and gets the putback. And it's now 8-5. Phoenix leads 4:17 to go in the first.
Good position by Owen on that free throw rebound.
Here's Trenbeth spinning around at the right elbow. Out to Bolstad now. Bolstad kicks it to Harper. Harper trying to drive right. McCready switches on to him before handing it off to Trenbeth. Now here's Selden. Selden against Boersma. Slips up, and a foul against Boersma. I'm not sure I saw contact.
Coach Hammond not thrilled with that call either. Yeah. Looked like he may have just slipped there, Josh.
And it's the second time he slipped in that spot. I'd be curious to see if they check for a wet spot in that same part of the floor, but nothing yet. So a sub coming in for Phoenix as it'll be Jackson Selden into the game. And Selden will inbound to Harper. Harper trying to get it to Trenbeth, but the pass intercepted by Sheen. He kicks it to Boersma as Blaine is the one to take it into the front court for Henley. Boersma getting it near side to Sheen and steps out of bounds. And timeout called by Phoenix. Will take one as well. The score 8-5. Phoenix leads. 3:47 to go in the first. You got Henley Hornets basketball on 104.3 and Knights HD video tonight on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Back in the first quarter of an 8-5 ball game, the Pirates lead the Hornets with 3:45 to go in the first, and Phoenix also starts with the basketball. Into the far side now to Selden. Selden to Harper along that right wing, guarded by Aiden Hayes, who's checked into the game for Henley. Trenbeth trying to drive right now for Phoenix and gets the pump fake, has everyone jump but can't get the layup. Selden collects the rebound, kicks it back outside to Trenbeth. Now it's Harper on the far side. Harper trying to drive in, about a 9-foot jumper is good, and Phoenix in front by 5. 3:17 to go in the first. Here's Boersma. Boersma bouncing it inside to Bennett, takes a shot from the right elbow, no good. Bennett collects his own rebound and gets fouled on the putback, and so Bennett heads to the line for a pair.
Henley having a handful of unforced errors here early in the first period. Kind of got them off to a slow start, but they're starting to score the basketball here a little bit. They trail by 5.
First free throw from Bennett was no good as Marcus McCready checks out. Owen Harper in his stead as the junior checks into the ball game. And the second free throw from Bennett is good. And so the score now 10-6. Henley still trailing. Into the game for Phoenix is Diego Hernandez. Hernandez has it now, top of the key, kicks it outside to Harper for a catch-and-shoot 3. Won't go, and Harper battles down low for the rebound, kicks it to Boersma, into the front court for Sheen, and an easy layup.
Good outlet pass for the Hornets for an easy hoop at the other end.
Hornets now within 2. It's 10-8, 2.5 to go in the first. Here's Selden kicking it to Hernandez. Now it's Harper with it. Harper outside to Hernandez, picked up by Bennett. Driving on the inside is going to be Mooring, who's into the game for Phoenix as well. Harper spinning around, 13-foot jumper's good, and a tough finish.
Good finish at the rim for Harper.
Here's Boersma into the front court now for Henley. Double teamed at the half-court marker. Tries to get it to Hayes, and the ball goes out of bounds. Tough defense there for Phoenix.
You're hearing the name Harper a lot. There's one on each club, so.
Exactly, yeah. We've got Owen Harper in the white on Henley and Dylan Harper for Phoenix.
That's right.
Phoenix also has 2 Selden brothers, so we'll try to get you the first names as often as we can. As Jackson Selden into the game now, loses the handle, and Owen Harper picks it up for Henley. Operating in transition, stops at the perimeter, kicks it over to Shaw Stork. Stork zipping it to Bennett. Bennett puts it on the deck, getting it to Harper on the right elbow, inside to Hayes, kicks it out to Sheen. Sheen trying to drive to the rim, interior pass to Stork, who gets fouled. And the question is, was it a shooting foul? So it looked like he was wrapped up when he caught the ball and shot the ball, so we'll see here.
Looks like they'll be under the basket.
Also checking in for Phoenix is Braden Decker, the sophomore, 6'3", in for Bolstad. Sheen to inbound, gets it to Owen Harper, kicks it out to Stork beyond the perimeter. Stork to Bennett in the far corner. Bennett trying to drive to the hoop. Strong with the right-handed layup, won't go. Owen Harper battles for the rebound, up with the putback, and a hard finish. Harper in for 2. It's 12-10 Phoenix, 1:26 to go in the first. It's Trenbeth on the far side, kicking it to Selden. Trenbeth now beyond the perimeter, goes right with it, tries to find Hernandez, and now it's Selden on the far side. Selden to Trenbeth, well beyond the perimeter. Kicks it to Hernandez. Hernandez over to Decker. Decker near side to Mooring. Mooring taking a screen to his right, kicks it back outside to Selden. Now it's Hernandez with it, guarded by Bennett, right in front of the Hornets bench. And a foul is going to be charged to Bennett. That'll be the 4th Henley team foul. And Chris Janney will check in for Bennett.
Henley again in their aggressive man-to-man, as they normally play.
And here's Trenbeth on the inbound pass. Trying to go right with it against Sheen. Crosses to his left, spins around. Right elbow jumper is good.
Oh, tough shot. One-handed hook there.
14-10 Phoenix as Sheen goes into the front court and has the shot blocked by Decker. Trenbeth now with it for Phoenix as he slows down the offense for the Pirates. Trenbeth coming to the near side, kicks it to Hernandez. Now Decker beyond the perimeter. Kicks it to Trenbeth. To Selden. 17 seconds to go in the first and a 4-point game. Phoenix leads. Here's Selden. Now 12 seconds to go. Kicks it to Mooring. Now to Trenbeth. 9 seconds. Here's Hernandez. Driving inside. Up with the layup, and it's no good. Sheen, a full court heave. No. As the first quarter expires. 14-10. And the Pirates in front of the Hornets. We'll be back with more Henley basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports. HD video tonight on mybasin.com.
During COVID, I gained over 24 pounds. I lost motivation in working out. I lost motivation in eating healthy. And for me, if I'm not active, I just don't eat well. But then I started taking a class at Harbor's gym called High Low. The first week I felt like I didn't fit in and I couldn't do it, but the instructor was so kind and thanked me for coming and told me how well I did. I was like, no, I wasn't, but it made me come back the next week and the next week. And soon enough, I was keeping up with the class. I started introducing more classes and then going Saturdays. I learned how to lift weights accurately with repetition. I started lifting on my own. I started golfing too with my husband. And all of a sudden, I was buying salads instead of sandwiches. Small victories happened week by week, and it's 100% because of Harbor, their staff, their gym, the golf. My husband is getting out of the house and working out with me. His golf game is increasing, we're lifting together, and we feel good. Harbor, where I lost my reins and got my gains.
Second quarter action from the Hornets' nest as Henley trails Phoenix 14-10. 5 on the floor for Henley as we start the second frame. It's Hayes, Janney, Stork, Sheen, and McCready. Here's Stork with it, kicking it to Janney. Kicking it to McCready on the right lane, back outside to Janney in the near corner. Janney zipping it over to Sheen beyond the perimeter. Now to Stork on the left elbow. Stork outside to Hayes. Now to Sheen, top of the key. Sheen back to Hayes, inside to McCready. McCready lofting it to Janney, top of the key. Janney puts it on the deck, kicks it back outside to Hayes. Zip pass into Stork and a slick feed into McCready for the layup.
Good offensive possession, lots of good passing.
Here's Selden now, kicking it to Harper. Harper over to Bolstad, who's back into the game for Phoenix. Trying to get it to Harper, but it's picked away by Stork, and the open layup is good for Shaw, and we've got a tie ball game, 14-all, 7 minutes to go in the second.
Henley getting easy hoops. They tie the score.
Here's Harper trying to drive left, spins to his right and has it knocked away. McCready with it, kicks it to Stork. Stork driving to the rim, up off the glass, and it's good. Shaw Stork with 5 points tonight. Got off to a hard start on Tuesday and continuing that trend tonight. Selden over to Harper. Harper trying to get it to Decker, and he collects the loose ball. Now to Hernandez, to Harper near side. Here's Decker, top of the key, kicking it to Selden. Now it's Jackson Selden into the game. Bouncing it outside to Decker, to Bolstad. Zipping it into the near corner. A triple for Ayala Talbot is no good. And it's Sheen collecting the glass. Janney into Stork. Stork driving inside, trying to get the pass to McCready, but it's intercepted by Harper. Here's Harper into the front court for Phoenix as he slows things down. Kicks it over to Ayala Talbot. Here's Decker for 3, and it's good. Phoenix catching some flame from distance.
Phoenix has some skilled offensive players. They're shooting the ball well tonight. Lead by a point.
Janney with it on the right side, kicks it to Stork beyond the perimeter. Stork driving inside, underhand pass to McCready, kicks it out to Sheen for a corner 3. No good, and the ball goes out of bounds. Possession Pirates. And we were talking about the offensive prowess of Phoenix. They've made some really tough buckets in the first quarter and a half.
They have. They've shown they can shoot the ball, and they came out with a lot of energy. I was impressed with that first quarter, how they came out on the road and played so well.
And a tough place to play nonetheless, especially with the fans we have in attendance tonight. Trenbeth with it on the far side for Phoenix. They lead by 1 with 5.5 to go in the second. It's 17-16 in the Skyline Conference matchup. Pass intended for Ayala Talbot. There's a collision as Stork bit off a little bit more than he could chew, and it'll be a foul.
Henley not afraid to take some risks, try to get some steals. And they've got a few easy buckets doing just that here in the second quarter.
Inbound pass to Trenbeth. Kicking it over to Harper. Now to Ayala Talbot. Now back to Harper. Kicking it to Trenbeth. And Bolstead stationed here in the near side. Harper with it, operating on the far side, trying to drive in. 13-foot jumper's good, and another difficult bucket for Phoenix.
Another tough shot, fading away from the hoop on that one.
Stork trying to drive the lane, up with the shot, takes some contact, no call and no bucket. Here we go, 19-16 Phoenix in transition as Bolstad hits the deck. And possession is going to stay with the Pirates.
He hit the deck hard after trying to get the ball on that fast break. He's up and all right though.
Inbound pass goes to Trenbeth, and a timeout called by Phoenix. We'll take one as well. The Pirates lead the Hornets 19-16 in the second quarter. 4:43 left to go in this first half. You've got Hornets basketball on 104.3 and 9.6 HD video tonight on mybasin.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
19-16 with 4:43 to go in the second quarter. The Pirates in front of the Hornets. We're coming to you live from Henley High School inside the Hornets' Nest, just south of downtown Klamath Falls. Glad that you're with us this evening as we've reached the halfway point in Skyline Conference play tonight, Kevin. And I don't know, I've been talking about it all night. Is it too early to start looking down the line at the schedule? When you start reaching the halfway point in league play, every game counts that much more towards the March 9th, 10th, and 11th.
Yeah, it's kind of cliche, but I really think this league is just take the next game in front of you, just take one at a time, because these teams are even enough that if you don't play a good game, you'll be beaten. So you have to play well at home and on the road. So
Phoenix is losers of 5 of their last 6, but of those 6 games, 5 of them were decided by single digits, so they've been close.
Right.
Here's Trenbeth for the Pirates, kicking it to Bolstad. Bolstad to Trenbeth. At the H half-court logo here at Henley High School. Kicks it over to Harper. Now here's Ayala Talbot. Back to Bolstad. And well beyond the perimeter is every Phoenix Pirate. Bounce pass to Trenbeth, guarded by Hayes. Trenbeth puts it on the deck and backs back up to half court. Kicks it over to Harper. Harper trying to drive right against Sheen. Spins around, kicks it back outside to Ayala Talbot. And now to Bolstad along the near side. Back to Trenbeth.
Phoenix slowing the game down here on purpose. Trying to lessen the possessions that Henley will get.
Here's Ayala Talbot. Handoff to Trenbeth, still guarded by Hayes. He tries to cross left, and a kick outside to Bolstad for 3, and it's good. Bolstad, another triple.
After the timeout, Phoenix doing just what they wanted to do, peel some time off the clock and hit a 3.
Shaw Stork kicks it over to Hayes, trying to get it inside to Sheen. Loose ball. Sheen collects it, but is hassled. Kicks it outside to Hayes. Zips it inside to McCready, trying to get it to Boersma, but a loose ball is picked up by Trenbeth. Trenbeth is going to walk it up the floor for Phoenix, and again, content to play the slow game. We'll see if they continue that with this possession. Here's Ponce. Ponce kicking it over to Ballstead. It's a 6-point game, 22-16, 3:04 to go in the second. Trenbeth taking the Ballstead screen, going left. Kicks it to Ballstead. Ballstead now to Ayala Talbot, kicks it over to Harper, and a whistle. And was the call on the near side? Did you happen to find out what it was, Kev?
I didn't see that, but that's one of the dangers of holding the ball like that, is you'll get an illegal screen or you get somebody pushing off when you hold the ball that long, and that's what happened there. Henley will get possession.
And a whistle along the far side.
They're trying to figure out who the foul was on.
Gotcha.
There we go.
So Ayala Talbot picks up his first foul. That's the fourth Phoenix team foul, and that matches Henley's total for this first half, as Stork is going to bring it up for Henley, his team down by 6 with 2:40 to go in the second. Sheen bouncing it down low to McCready. McCready trying to take it to the rim, kicks it outside to Bennett. Bennett into Stork. Stork hassled, gets it inside to McCready again on the right block. Inside to Stork in the paint, and he's fouled on the shot. And so Stork will head back to the line for a couple of free throws. 1 for 2 tonight at the line.
A lot of traffic down there. When Henley does get the ball down there, they've been successful at times, and then sometimes their shots are contested, but they're often drawing a foul, which is what puts Shaw here at the line for 2.
Here's Shaw's first free throw, and it's no good. We'll remind you that tonight's broadcast brought to you by Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Picking the right path can make the journey easier, the distance shorter, and can assure that you end up at the right place. Whether you're dreaming of owning a home or you just want a great checking account, Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union can help you reach your goals. And sub coming in for Phoenix is Jenner Selden into the game. Second free throw from Shaw is no good, but he gets his own rebound. Pass inside to Marcus, off the glass. That's no good either. Selden gets the rebound. Pass goes to Trenbeth on the far side, 4-3. Bounces off the rim, no good. The long rebound is saved from going out of bounds by a Phoenix player on the near side. That was Ponce crashing into the first row, but he can't save it.
There were 3 different players on the floor at the end of that play. It's getting a little rough out there. And that was a key timeout made by Coach McNichols for Phoenix earlier in the quarter. He called timeout. It was getting really rough out there, and he definitely wanted to slow things down. He came out and it put in that what's basically a stall. So the game has slowed down quite a bit here.
Boersma zipping it over to Sheen on the far side. Back to Stork, top of the key. Stork kicking it to Bennett on the left side wing. Bennett guarded by Trenbeth, back to Stork. Stork over to Sheen on the far side, getting it inside to McCready, and up off the glass. That's no good, but a foul on Marcus, so he'll go to the line.
That's kind of been the roadmap for Henley's offense this half. Quick passes around the outside, try to get the ball down low, and then either draw the foul or get the easy bucket.
And if we take a look back to Tuesday, you talk about the roadmap for the Henley offense. Marcus McCready led the team in scoring with 15 points earlier this week. So, again, they're trying to feed him the rock. He's got 4 points tonight, missed the first free throw, but an opportunity at a second here. That one rattles in. 22-17, a minute 55 to go in the second. And Selden gets it into the front court quickly for Phoenix. Bennett knocks the ball out of bounds, and so it'll remain Pirates basketball. Diego Hernandez into the game for Phoenix. As Ponce checks out. Inbound pass to Trenbeth. Launching it into the backcourt. It'll be over and back in Henley basketball.
Good chance for Henley here to cut into that 5-point lead with just under 2 minutes to play here in the first half.
Here's Boersma with it, kicking it to Bennett, into Sheen. Sheen puts it on the deck, tries to get it inside to Marcus. And just a little miscommunication down low will be a turnover in Phoenix basketball. Selden trying to get ahead of Sheen, guarded by Stork and Sheen trying to rip the ball away, but a held ball. And possession stays with the Pirates.
Good trap right at half court by the Hornets. That's how you draw that up. Dribble into that corner and force a jump ball.
It'll be Jenner Selden to take it across the half-court line for Phoenix. Bounce pass over to Harper for three. Back iron, no good. And Sheen collects the rebound. Here's Stork racing into the front court. 1:18 to go in the second. 22-17, and Henley trails. Here's Bennett with it now. Bennett continuing to move left now. Top of the key. Passes it to Stork on the right side. Stork trying to get it inside to Sheen, and he gets it.
Good cut, good pass. Easy layup.
6 points tonight for Owen as Phoenix gets into the front court, getting it over to Selden, trying to bounce it into Mooring. Back outside to Hernandez. A jumper is denied by McCready. And here's Sheen with it now. Kicks it over to Boersma. 3-point ball game. Boersma driving down low. Kicks it over to Sheen. Sheen kicks it inside to Boersma. And another beautiful pass brings this game back within one. 22-21. 35 seconds to go in the second.
Great passing from the Hornets the last minute or so.
Here's Trenbeth. Trenbeth bouncing it into Mooring. Mooring to Trenbeth for a long three. That's no good. The rebound is batted outside and collected by Sheen. 18 seconds to go in the first half in a 1-point game. Here's Bennett now near side. Bennett puts it on the deck, bounces it over to Boersma. Now 10 seconds to go in the second. Boersma inside to McCready, and he has his shot blocked. Collects the loose ball and puts it back up and in. The Hornets take the lead, 23-22. 1 second to go in the second, and that does it for the first half. The Hornets storming back in the final minute of the second quarter to hold a 1-point lead. 23-22. To the locker rooms we go on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Video on mybasin.com.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
All right, we are at halftime tonight inside the Hornets' Nest on the campus of Henley High School. 23-22 is the score after 16 minutes of ball tonight, and the Hornets in front of the Pirates just by one. Their leading scorer tonight is Owen Sheen with 6 points. Shaw Stork and Marcus McCready each have 5. 1 point tonight for Luke Bennett and 2 for Owen Harper. Now for the Pirates, Dylan Harper, he's leading all scorers on some tough buckets tonight. He's scored 9 points. 6 points tonight for Julius Bolstad, 4 for Robin Trenbeth, and 3 for Braden Decker. That's how we tally up to 22 points for Phoenix. Just a 1-point advantage for Henley after that first half, but they were trailing most of that first half. They kind of stormed back in that last about minute and a half in that second quarter.
Yeah, I thought that Phoenix came out really strong in the first quarter, played a great quarter, but I'm equally impressed with Henley. You know, their shots were not falling in that first quarter. They had multiple turnovers, but they didn't change anything. They didn't panic. They didn't change their game plan, and they just started to execute better, make fewer mistakes, And sure enough, they crawled back into the game, and they actually took the lead just before the end of the second quarter.
A lot of physicality on defense for Henley, trying to break up those passing lanes and create turnovers for Henley in that first quarter. A couple of mental mistakes led to some turnovers, but they really evened the bar with some defensive intensity in that second quarter.
Definitely, and then that intensity turned into some easy hoops in the transition. Henley hasn't really shot the ball from the outside, I don't think, at all tonight.
No.
All their points have been at the hoop, either through transition or through good passing, and some easy layups.
We're going to take one more break on the halftime show as Henley leads 23-22. When we come back, we'll take a look around the Skyline Conference and the state of Oregon at the 4A classification. So stick with us for the rest of halftime and third quarter action. Coming up next as the Hornets lead the Pirates 23-22 at half.
Comfortable, not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
At halftime tonight, the Henley Hornets lead the Phoenix Pirates 23-22, as tonight is the halfway point in the Skyline Conference regular season. The Hornets lead the pack right now 3-0. Klamath Union Pelicans are 2-1. The Pirates and the Mustangs are tied at 1-2, and the Vikings round out the list at 1-3. The only other Skyline game going on tonight is Klamath Union taking on the Hidden Valley Mustangs. A pair of teams that are looking to, for Hidden Valley to get back in the race. Klamath Union looking to separate themselves a little bit. That game's happening at Pell Court tonight, and best we can, we'll try to get you some score updates as we move forward tonight. But the Skyline Conference shaping up almost how we thought it would, with Henley and Klamath Union up on top, and then it's sort of a race between the other three teams, at least through the first half of the schedule.
Right.
We've seen everyone, or at least Phoenix, for one half. We still got a second half to go, but it's been a fun Skyline Conference season so far, and right now Henley is spotless.
Yeah, we've talked about how it's a little bit different look for the league this year, one fewer team.
Yeah.
So you play a few more games before league play, and then you get 8 games in your league. So, yeah, we're halfway through, and you're right. The teams that we kind of thought would be at the top are there.
We're going to take one more break on the halftime show. When we come back, we will talk a little bit more about what we expect to see in the third quarter as Henley leads at half, 23-22 over the Phoenix Pirates.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So throw it here.
For a limited time, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Back at halftime tonight, 23-22 the score, and the Hornets are in front of the Pirates as we are just about a minute and a half away from the third quarter. The Hornets kind of stormed back at the end of that second quarter, but really just by staying the course. They didn't really change too much. I don't expect them to change too much here in the third quarter either.
Yeah, that's not their identity. They do pretty much the same thing. They'll play tough, man-to-man aggressive defense, try to get out on the break and get some easy hoops. And Phoenix is going to have they may have a little trouble playing from behind. I think they prefer to play with the lead because then they can pull it out and take a minute or two off of the clock, which is what they did in the first half to keep it close. But once Henley gets that lead, if Henley gets a few hoops here early, I think Phoenix will be playing catch-up for most of the third quarter, and that will change their game plan that they had coming in.
And Phoenix playing that slow game, one of the things to kind of keep an eye on in this third quarter, I think, and has been the case the last couple games, is McCready's involvement not only on offense but on defense. They're having their big man extend beyond the perimeter, and it's extending Marcus out to not really defend the paint so much. So it'll be interesting to see how they play that here in the third quarter as well.
That's a good point. Bolstad he's 6'4", and he's hit a three.
He's hit 2 threes.
He's a good shooter from the outside, but of course McCready's about 6'8", we think. So
yeah, 6'6", 6'8", somewhere around there.
He's got a good height advantage. So when he's down in the paint, Henley's definitely going to try to utilize him more in the second half for sure.
So get ready for the third quarter. We will remind you to refuel after the game at Mountain Mike's Pizza. You've earned a pizza made with 100% whole milk mozzarella and toppings piled so high that you'll need a mountain guide to reach the top. Mountain Mike's Pizza on Washburn near Walmart Shopping Center. Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be. 5 on the floor for Phoenix as we start the third quarter is Trenbeth, Bolstad, Harper, Ponce, and Ayala Talbot. For Henley, as they start with possession, it'll be Bennett, Boersma, Sheen, McCready, and Stork. And again, with Henley starting with possession, they'll be going from right to left in their home white uniforms this evening with the navy blue numbering and lettering and Henley written in cursive across the front. For Phoenix tonight, it's the navy blue uniforms with the red trim around the shoulders and sides.
I'm not sure. We're having a conversation here at half court with the coaches
and the principal and an official.
Yeah. So, and that's odd. We don't see that a lot. We're waiting for play here in the third quarter. I'm not sure what they're discussing.
And you and I, we don't know for sure that it's about this, but it was a fairly physical game in that first half. The officials got together in a few huddles in that first half. It seemed to clean itself up. But again, that's just speculation. Don't know for sure if that's what's going on down there.
Yeah. It's a pretty serious conversation. You could just tell. They seem to have worked out whatever it was. And now the coaches are meeting again here.
Back again right there at half court. And while heated, it doesn't seem hostile by any means, I don't think.
Oh, no. It's a civil conversation, but something's definitely wrong. You just don't see that very often.
And the assistant coaches for Henley talking to the bench as well. It looks like we're getting the okay sign from the officials, though, and the whistle is blown. We're ready for third quarter basketball. Boersma takes the inbound pass. Again, the Hornets going from right to left. Boersma kicks it to Sheen, top of the key. Sheen crossing left, now to Bennett, left side. Bennett to Boersma at the free throw line. Boersma backs up beyond the arc and kicks it to Stork. Stork trying to get it to Sheen, and loose ball collected by Shaw. Now to Boersma near side. Boersma trying to go right, bounces it over to Sheen. Sheen over to Stork in the far corner. Stork trying to zip it to Boersma, cutting to the rim, left-handed layup, no good, and the rebound batted out to Trenbeth as Phoenix takes it up the floor.
Henley had a good look there, just couldn't convert.
Here's Bolstead now beyond the arc, guarded by McCready, kicking it over to Harper. Harper right between the circles, driving inside. A 12-foot jumper's good, and another couple of points by Harper gives his team the lead. He's got 11 points tonight to lead all scorers. Here's Bennett with it now on the far side, zipping it into Stork. Now to McCready. McCready in a mismatch down low, kicks it to Stork. Stork puts it on the deck, diving to the rim, and gets the hoop.
Good finish, hit the rim by Shaw. Henley back up by a point.
7 points tonight for Shaw. Trenbeth over to Harper, well beyond the arc. Harper picked up by Sheen. Going left, bouncing it over to Ponce. Now inside to Bolstead, back outside to Harper. Trenbeth, near side, corner three, no good. And the rebound collected by Bennett. Bennett into the front court to Sheen. Sheen zipping it inside to Stork, trying to zip around. Now to McCready. The floater's no good, but the rebound snagged by Boersma. Kicks it over to Bennett. Now to Stork, top of the key. Quick pass inside to Marcus. The floater again, no good for the big man.
Good ball movement, just could not get the hoop.
Here's Trenbeth, kicking it over to Harper. Harper, guarded by Sheen, puts it on the deck. Now kicks it over to Ayala Talbot. Double teamed there by Sheen and Stork, and gets the pass off, but it's swiped away by McCready. McCready gets it into Sheen, and the layup is no good on the open look.
3 early misses for Henley here in the third quarter.
Here's Trenbeth, guarded by Sheen. Trying to get it over to Harper, picked up by Bennett. Now on the far side over to Ponce. Ponce guarded by Boersma and Bennett. Pass goes outside to Harper. At the free throw line, kicks it near side to Ayala Talbot for three. Back iron, no good, and again, Bennett collects the rebound. A foul down low. Looks like it's going to be going against Phoenix number 23, Dylan Harper. That'll be the first team foul.
That's 2 straight possessions where Luke Bennett really working hard for position, had excellent position, and got the rebound both times. Good work by Luke.
Boersma kicking it to Bennett on the far side. Now to Stork. Gets it inside to McCready, and an open look at the rim. Takes a friendly bounce and falls.
Good pass by Shaw.
Trenbeth, guarded by Sheen all the way up the floor. Inside to Bolstead at the free throw line, back outside to Harper. Harper trying to drive inside, terminates the dribble, bounce pass back outside to Ponce. Ponce picked up by Bennett, now to Trenbeth at half court. Trenbeth picked up by Sheen. And now in the double team, over to Ponce. Ponce gets it back to Trenbeth. Trenbeth again fielding the double team over to Ponce. Ponce putting on the deck, trying to drive left baseline. Terminates the dribble beyond the arc and has it picked away by Boersma. Boersma lofting it ahead to Stork. One-on-one fast break and the layup's no good. Sheen with the rebound and he puts it back up and in.
Henley defense showing trap on that last possession, and they turned it in to 2.
And with that, there's a timeout on the floor. 29-24, and Henley leads. You've got Henley basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sport Radio on mybasin.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Check that.
In the third quarter, 4.5 remaining, and Henley up in front of Phoenix, 29-24 on their home floor. Quite the packed crowd in Cowbell City tonight, although I'm not noticing a coherent theme. But I like the spirit, the hometown spirit. Maybe backwards hat theme.
Yeah,
it looks like
a lot of backward hats and a lot of neckties.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what that is, but they're having a good time. Henley's actually executed very well getting the ball to the rim. They just missed a few easy shots, or they might have even a bigger lead. They're starting to stretch it out a little bit now, up by 5.
Yeah, not turning the ball over, and I think you're happy with the looks you're getting if you're Coach Hammond.
Definitely.
Trenbeth takes it across the timeline for Phoenix as again they trail by 5 with 4.5 to go in the third. Pass intended for Talbot is picked away by Stork. Stork trying to drive right to the rim and off the glass, up and in.
Good effort, good steal. Ended up with a basket for Shaw Stork.
For Stork tonight, that's 9 points as Trenbeth kicks it over to Harper for 3. Front iron, no good, and Decker collects the rebound for Phoenix. Decker trying to get it inside to Harper. The ball goes out of bounds. Possession stays with Phoenix. And Kev, you and I, during the break, were talking about the 3 fouls for Phoenix leading scorer Dylan Harper, but he's still on the floor with just under 4 to go in the third.
Yeah, he's probably their best scorer. They'll need him to stay out there.
Bounce pass inside to Bolstad. He lofts it back beyond the perimeter to Trenbeth. Trenbeth guarded by Boersma. Over to Decker, top of the key. Now it's Harper, far side. Back to Trenbeth. It's near side to Ayala Talbot. Ayala Talbot puts it on the deck, kicks it to Harper, guarded by Stork. Stork goes right, draws left. Now Harper is going to draw the foul against Stork. Oh, pardon me. That was Bennett on the foul.
Just a little bit too much body on that defensive effort. Bennett picks up his second foul.
And we're going to have a timeout on the floor. Henley leads 31-24 with 3:34 to go in the third. You've got Hornets basketball on 104.3 and 9 with HD video on mybasin.com.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
For a limited time, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Back in the third quarter at Henley High School as the Hornets lead the Phoenix Pirates 31-24, 3:34 to go in the third. And Phoenix starts with the basketball. Harper to inbound, hassled by Stork, but he's able to get it to Trenbeth as he brings it into the front court to Phoenix. Trenbeth, underhand pass to Harper, now to Bolstad, top of the key. Bolstad over to Ayala Talbot, zipping it over to Trenbeth in the far corner. Trenbeth bringing it back around between the circles. There's Harper with it on that left wing, guarded by Stork. Kicks it to Decker near side as Owen Harper is checked into the game for Henley. A slick feed there by Decker into Bolstad, who converts on the layup. It's 31-26. Henley still out in front.
That was a nice cut with a nice pass from Phoenix that time.
Bennett on that far side gets it to McCready, trying to get it inside to Stork, but it's snagged by Decker. Here's Talbot. Talbot trying to drive that left lane up off the glass. It's no good, and Harper battling for the rebound and a foul down low. This one is going to go against Braden Decker.
Good strong rebound from Owen Harper. Henley will get the basketball.
Hayes into the game along with Owen Sheen as Bennett takes his seat on the bench along with McCready. Owen Harper bringing it into the front court, kicks it to Hayes in the near corner. Hayes over to Stork. Stork back to Hayes, near corner. Thought about a 3, but then kicks it back to Stork. Stork trying to drive right down Main Street, kicks it out to Hayes, moving right with it, backs up beyond the perimeter and bounces it over to Boersma. Now to Sheen, far side, lofts it inside to Stork from about 15. The floater's no good, and Decker gets the rebound. Here's Trenbeth, bringing it into the front court to Phoenix. Here's Harper, he loses the dribble, and Boersma takes it away. He's outmatched in the fast break, but converts nonetheless. 33-26, and Henley leads with 2 to go in the third.
Another transition basket for Henley. Stretches their lead to 7.
4 points tonight for Boersma as Harper has it now for Phoenix in the far side. Trenbeth, guarded by Sheen, kicks it to Ayala Talbot. Now it's Bolstad in the near corner. Guarded by Owen Harper, kicks it to Trenbeth. Trenbeth, bothered by Sheen, kicks it to Harper. In the far side to Ayala Talbot for 3. Rims out, no good. The rebound recollected by Dylan Harper, who uses the backboard and gets the bucket.
Harper again doing the scoring for Phoenix.
Bounce pass inside. Harper is harassed on his way to the rim. He'll shoot 2.
I cannot think, Josh. I don't think Henley's hit a shot outside the paint. I think every basket's been inside.
Yeah, and so I think you might be right about that. I'm definitely not. I don't think that they've taken a three-pointer all night either.
Which is what you want. You want easy hoops, and that's been Henley's game plan, and they're getting a lot of good looks. And now that they're starting to go down, they have the lead here.
Harper missed his first free throw, so he'll get a second chance here. That free throw is no good, and Bolstad grabs the rebound. Trenbeth takes it across half court for Phoenix. Guarded by Sheen just inside the perimeter. Kicks it out to Decker. He gets it back to Trenbeth. The Phoenix offense resets. Trenbeth bouncing it over to Decker. Decker back to Trenbeth. He's lofting it over to Hernandez, who's into the game now for Phoenix. Over to Bolstad, inside to Harper. Harper kicks it back outside to Trenbeth for a long three. That one's short of the target, and Sheen gets the rebound. Boersma ahead to Sheen. Sheen getting it in the far corner to Owen Harper. Into Stork on the right side. Stork in the right wing. Kicks it out to Hayes. Hayes driving the left baseline. Bounces it into Owen Harper, and a nice pass.
Nicely done. Right in front of the basket for Harper.
4 points tonight for Owen as it's a pass to the near side to Hernandez. Back to Harper. Harper tries to get it to Trenbeth, but it's picked away by Sheen. Sheen lofting to the front court to Harper, and the layup's good. Harper with 4 straight points and 6 on the night as his team's up by 9 with 8 seconds to go in the third. Trenbeth trying to hustle across half court. Bouncing it over to Hernandez. Gets it back to Trenbeth. 2 seconds now. Step to the right. Long threes. No good. And that's the end of 3. 37-28. And Henley leads as we head to the fourth on 104.3 and 960 Sports with HD video on mybasin.com.
During COVID, I gained over 24 pounds. I lost motivation in working out. I lost motivation in eating healthy. And for me, if I'm not active, I just don't eat well. But then I started taking a class at Harbor's gym called High Low. The first week I felt like I didn't fit in and I couldn't do it, but the instructor was so kind and thanked me for coming and told me how well I did. I was like, no, I wasn't, but it made me come back the next week and the next week. And soon enough, I was keeping up with the class. I started introducing more classes and then going Saturdays. I learned how to lift weights accurately with repetition. I started lifting on my own. I started golfing too with my husband. And all of a sudden, I was buying salads instead of sandwiches. Small victories happened week by week, and it's 100% because of Harbor, their staff, their gym, the golf. My husband is getting out of the house and working out with me. His golf game is increasing, we're lifting together, and we feel good. Harbor, where I lost my reins and got my gains.
37-28 as we enter the fourth quarter tonight, and the Henley Hornets in front of the Phoenix Pirates. 5 on the floor for Henley as we enter the final frame. It's Boersma, Hayes, Bennett, Stork, and McCready out there for Phoenix. It's going to be Mooring along with Jenner Selden. Also Diego Hernandez, Julius Bolstad, and Braden Decker. It's Phoenix to start with the ball as Selden zips it over to Mooring. Mooring trying to drive that left lane, kicks it out to Bolstad in the far corner. Bolstad finding Hernandez, back out to Bolstad as he kicks it to Selden at half court. Selden guarded by Hayes as Selden takes a screen going right, now backs up, kicks it to Hernandez, now Decker in the near corner. Decker, finally the ball finds its way to Selden on the far side. Selden driving inside to the free throw line, loses the handle but recollects, bothered by Hayes at the free throw line. Inside pass to Mooring, and a floater goes. 37-30, and Henley still in front, and a blocking foul against Selden.
Henley had a terrific third quarter, outscoring Phoenix by 9. They'll try to build on that here in the fourth.
Here's Bennett, inbounding to Stork, kicks it to Boersma. Boersma, top of the key, to Bennett near side. Open look at 3 is good, and the first made triple of the night for Henley goes to Luke Bennett.
There's that jump shot. Well done, Luke.
Mooring gets the ball, but has it knocked away by Stork, and Boersma collects it. Pass into the front court to Hayes, and up off the glass, it's good. 12-point advantage for Henley, 42-30, under 7 to go in the fourth. And timeout is called. We'll take one, too. Again, 42-30, 6:46 to go on the fourth, and the Hornets lead the Pirates on 104.3 and 960 Sports on mybasin.com.
Rhymes with great.
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Back at Henley High School for some Skyline Conference basketball. The Henley Hornets in front of the Phoenix Pirates, 42-30. 6:46 left to go in the ball game. And out there for Henley is Aiden Hayes, Blaine Boersma, Marcus McCready, Luke Bennett, and Shaw Stork. Inbound pass goes to Selden for Phoenix. He tries to go left with it, lofting it inside to Bolstad, who tries to create some contact and gets what he wants. He'll be heading to the free throw line.
McCready just got there a little bit late. Ended up committing the foul. He's only got 2.
Only the second team foul for Henley as well, as Bolstad's first free throw misses its mark.
That last timeout was a 30-second timeout. Henley used about 4 seconds of it.
Yeah, they were out on the floor pretty quick.
And that's the sign of a team that's ready to go and feeling pretty good about their game.
Bolstad's second free throw rattles home, so an 11-point advantage for Henley. It's 42-31, 6:37 to go in the fourth. And a foul on the far side of the floor. It's going to be a charge against Bennett, and it'll be Phoenix basketball.
That's one of those situations where he was getting a little bit of pressure, and he was kind of swinging his elbows in there, and the referee caught him.
Selden takes the pass, moving right, spins around, kicks it to Bolstad. Now it's Mooring on the far side. Mooring guarded by Stork, trying to drive inside, up with an 11-foot floater, and it's good.
Little floater, another tough shot hit by the Pirates.
Boersma trying to get it over to McCready, kicks it over to Hayes for 3. That one's short, and the rebound collected by Phoenix. Pass ahead to Selden. Selden kicking it over to Bolstad. Catch and shoot 3 is good.
He's a good outside shooter.
Very good. That's his third made triple tonight. Stork getting it ahead to McCready. Inside to Hayes. Up with the shot. He's fouled and the bucket.
Phoenix getting a little bit desperate with only 5:47 left to play. Overplaying a little bit. And Henley doing a good job of passing the ball beyond the defender. And a good pass to Aiden under the hoop.
And Hayes a chance to get 3 the old-fashioned ways. McCready checks out and Sheen comes in. And Hayes' free throw is good. And so it's a 9-point advantage, 45-36. And I believe that was going to be Hernandez stepping out of bounds as he tried to collect the pass. And the turnover, it'll be Hornets basketball.
Henley very good at pressuring the ball right at half court, forcing the point guard to do some things he normally wouldn't do, and turning it over.
Pass goes inside to Stork. He tries to find an interior player, but it's turned over. Phoenix now into the front court as Selden is bothered by Stork. Selden trying to drive to the hoop and can't get the layup. Rebound collected by Bennett. Hornets pushing the pace. Hayes passing to the front court to Sheen. Lofts it back to Bennett, top of the key. Bennett head fakes a 3. Now back to Stork on the near side. Stork up with the layup, gets the bucket and the foul.
He's had a number of those tonight. Charging hard to the basket, ending up on the floor and getting the hoop.
Stork has been playing real confident basketball the last handful of games. Tonight already 11 points. And that is leading his team and second in the game, only to Dylan Harper, who's had himself a fine night as well.
He's doing a nice job of just finding that little crease and then exploding to the basket. Really playing aggressively, offensively.
Stork's free throw rattles out, no good, and the rebound was collected by Mooring. He kicks it ahead to Trenbeth, who'll take it across half court for Phoenix. Trenbeth trying to cross left, kicks it outside to Harper. Harper near side to Selden, back to Harper. Leading scorer check back into the game for Phoenix. It's Selden now near side, gets it to Trenbeth. Trenbeth getting it to Harper. Now to Selden on the right wing. To Decker, top of the key, to Trenbeth near side. 47-36, 4:45 to go in the fourth as Trenbeth drives inside, spins around and can't hit the jumper. Here's Luke Bennett pushing it ahead to Hayes. Hayes spins back, kicks it to Bennett. And Bennett's top of the key, over to Sheen, far side. Sheen trying to drive against Selden, kicks it outside to Bennett. Bennett moving right, bouncing it over to Hayes. Inside to Boersma, trying to bounce it inside to Stork, and it'll be a turnover as the ball goes out of bounds.
Almost halfway through this fourth period now. Henley with a pretty nice lead. They're up 11. We'll see if Phoenix tries to get some more shots up quickly here.
Here's Selden bouncing it back over to Trenbeth, kicks it over to Harper. Harper fields a double team, driving right through it, stops from 13 and nails the shot. My goodness. Henley moving quickly. Sheen on the other side in the blink of an eye, and you'll miss it. Sheen with the bucket. Score now 49-38, 3:50 to go in the fourth, and Henley leads. Pass goes to Mooring in the far side for three. That one rims out no good. Trenbeth gets the rebound, passes it over to Harper, and he banks it in.
Little flurry of scoring right there. But Henley still with a 9-point lead.
Yeah, 49-40 as timeouts called on the floor. We'll take 1-2. The Hornets up by 9 on 104.3 and 960 Sports HD video tonight on my.com.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Henley Hornets lead by 9. It's 49-40 with 3:41 to go in the fourth quarter. It's timeout on the floor, and Dylan Harper trying to will his team back into the game. He's got 17 points, leads all scorers tonight. The 5'10 junior has made some tough hoops. In a little bit of foul trouble, he's still got 3, but he's been playing well in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, he does a nice job. He elevates, and he's really good at squaring his body. He gets up high, then he squares his body to the rim. Has a real nice follow through. He's a good offensive player. Phoenix here will show some press. They've been showing a little bit of zone press earlier. Maybe they force some turnovers.
5 on the floor for Henley. It'll be Stork, Boersma, Sheen, McCready, and Bennett. Pass goes inside to Bennett, back outside to Stork on the near side. Stork trying to find some room along the perimeter, kicks it back outside to Sheen, standing on the H at half court. Sheen hands it off to Bennett, picked up by Trenbeth. Bennett driving on the right side, backs up beyond the perimeter and has it picked away by Phoenix. And it's going to be Harper with it now, trying to drive to the rim and gets fouled by Boersma in transition. It'll be on the shot, and so that'll send Harper to the line.
That was a nice effort to attack the rim. That's just what Phoenix wants to do here late in the game. Just over 3 minutes left.
Here's Harper's first attempt at the line. And it's no good. Shooting into that student section is no joke. That's why they were voted one of the best in the state about 6 years ago. Here's the second free throw from Harper. That one is good. And so the score now 49-41. Phoenix still trailing with 3:06 to go in the fourth. Back to Boersma as Henley in the front court. Kicks it over to Bennett. Bennett trying to go right with it. Gets it back to Boersma, guarded by Trenbeth, lofting it to Bennett. Inside to McCready. McCready kicking it back outside to Bennett. Bennett guarded by Selden.
Henley wisely taking their time here.
Bennett hassled on the far side and gets it to Sheen. Sheen inside to McCready for the easy left-handed layup.
Just what the coach will tell you. We'll take a layup only, otherwise just pass it around and kill the clock. Perfectly executed by the Hornets.
10-point lead, 51-41 as Harper trying to find a hoop on the other side, up with the shot, and a late whistle as that'll send Harper to the line.
Henley fouling a little more than they probably want to down the stretch here, but playing really well offensively. and keeping that 10-point lead.
That was Sheen's first foul and Henley's 5th team foul. Phoenix has got 6. Here's Harper at the line for 2 more. It's good. Ayala Talbot back into the game for Phoenix. He's still looking for his first points tonight. And Phoenix, only one player in the box looking for a rebound. It's Bolstead. Second free throw is good. 51-43, 2:25 to go in the fourth. Henley in front of Phoenix. Here's Sheen with it. Kicking it over to Stork. Stork to Boersma, top of the key. Boersma puts it on the deck, moving right, trying to direct some traffic. Gets it to Sheen on the far side. Sheen lofting it over to Bennett. Bennett spins around and still beyond the perimeter on that right side wing, guarded by Trenbeth. Bennett trying to drive right, up in the right block and drives through some contact, up with the shot, and it's good.
Bennett for 2.
53-43, under 2 minutes to go now in the fourth. Pass goes to Bolstad. It's Harper. Harper moving right, steps back, long 2, won't go. And the rebound collected by Boersma. And Henley can start to slow things down. 1.5 minutes to go in a 10-point ball game as Stork backs up. Trying to drive inside, kicks it to McCready in the near corner, back to Boersma. Boersma to Sheen. Sheen trying to drive right, is going to bounce it over to Bennett. Bennett back to Boersma.
Phoenix trying to foul there. They finally got one.
And there we go.
Need to stop that clock.
That's the 7th team foul, so that will send Boersma to the line for 1 and 1. These are his, it's his first attempt at the line tonight. He's got 4 points otherwise. Hernandez into the game for Phoenix as the Pirates trying to get some shooters on the floor. The first free throw is no good, but Sheen gets the rebound. Collected by Boersma, back outside to Sheen. Sheen getting it near side to Bennett and to Stork. Lofting it over to Sheen. 1.9 minutes to go in the ball game and a 10-point lead for Henley as it'll be Ayala Talbot to foul.
Nice work by the Hornets finishing the game. They're really good. They have good, strong ball handlers on the floor. When you have good ball handlers like that and you're quick and you're good at the free throw line, it's really tough to come back from a deficit like Phoenix has here.
Sheen misses the first free throw, but Henley collects the rebound. Gets it to Stork, bouncing it to McCready. Now to Boersma. And Boersma gets fouled, and so he'll go to the line.
Henley fortunate to get the rebound after that missed free throw. Henley doing a nice job on the boards tonight.
Absolutely.
Especially not giving Phoenix any second chance points here in the second half. They've done a really nice job on the boards.
Blaine's free throw is good, so he'll get a second. Extends the lead back up to 11, 54-43, 59 seconds to go in the game. And here's Boersma again. That one's good. 12-point game. 55-43 as Trenbeth kicks it ahead and gets the ball back. Handing it off to Harper. Harper trying to drive left. Spins around to his right. Up with the shot and gets fouled on the attempt. So Harper back at the line.
We had a lot of whistles here the last minute or so. Shooting a lot of free throws, but Henley's in a good spot. Up by 12, just under 50 seconds to play.
Harper at the line for 2. Here's the first. It's no good. And should Henley hold on and win this one up 12 with under a minute, they will remain perfect in league plays. We've got some jumping down there on the block.
Little lane violation.
Just a little one, and just about shoved Stork off his feet.
Yeah.
Pass ahead to Bennett. And back to Stork as the Hornets finally cross half court. Stork getting it to Bennett, and a foul against Shaw. That'll send Stork to the free throw line. 10th Phoenix team foul puts Henley in the full bonus, and so Stork will be shooting 2. First free throw from Stork won't go.
Stork, another good offensive output tonight. I think he's leading his team in scoring.
11 points tonight for Shaw, and you would be correct. Here is Harper racing into the front court, steps over for a three and misses the mark. Boersma kicks it over to Sheen. 30 seconds left to go in the game, 55-43. And Henley in front of Phoenix. Stork over to Boersma.
Should be able to just dribble it out here, I think.
And that is what will happen is Boersma going to take a hold of this one, and Phoenix waving the white flag. As with this one wrapping up, the Henley Hornets will improve to 4-0 in league play, perfect in the first half. The Pirates fall to 1-3. We're going to take a look at this game a little bit more in depth and take a look around the conference as we get you ready for post-game coverage of Hornets basketball tonight, coming away with a 12-point victory over the Phoenix Pirates. 104.3 and 960 Sports, video on mybasin.com.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Back with you from Henley High School as the final score tonight. The Henley Hornets taking care of business on their home floor, 55-43 over the Phoenix Pirates. Henley led in scoring tonight by Shaw Stork with 11 points on the evening. Owen Sheen followed it up with a 10-point performance. 6 points tonight for Marcus McCready, Owen Harper, and Luke Bennett, and 4 points for Blaine Boersma and Aiden Hayes. Now for Phoenix, leading all scorers tonight was Dylan Harper with 19. Julius Bolstead had 12. 4 points for Robin Trenbeth and Isaiah Mooring, and 3 for Braden Decker is how we tally up to a score of 55-43. A close one through most of the first half, but a great third quarter allowed Henley to pull away and slam the door in that final frame.
Yeah, exactly, Josh. One thing I like about this game is Henley had some early adversity. They found themselves trailing. They didn't really come out as sharp as they wanted to. Phoenix came out great, I felt. And then Henley just stayed with their game plan, and as you mentioned, had a very good third quarter. Played that 8-man rotation that they like to do, got a lot of players in there, and stuck with it, and had an easy win late in the fourth quarter. It wasn't really a contest at that point.
I got to say, as we moved into the kind of the second half of the third quarter, as Henley started to separate themselves, and especially into that fourth quarter, you saw a really composed team on the floor. I feel like there wasn't very many mistakes, and their passes were succinct and accurate, and they looked maybe the best they have all season as we reach the halfway point in league play.
Yeah, they're a good passing team, and as we've mentioned before, very athletic. They get up and down the floor, and they create a lot of easy attempts.
4-0 in league play. That's the Henley Hornets as we've reached the halfway point. We'll tell you what that means as we take a look around the Skyline Conference and the rest of the state as we continue your post-game coverage of a Henley Hornets victory, 55-43 over the Phoenix Pirates on 104.3 and 960 Sports. HD video on mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
And we're back inside the gym at Henley High School as the Hornets defeating the Phoenix Pirates tonight 55-43. Improving to 4-0 in league play. Meantime, the Phoenix Pirates dropping to 1-3 in conference play. Still awaiting a final score between Klamath Union and Hidden Valley, but no matter the outcome there, Henley is still going to be at least a game ahead of the second place Klamath Union Pelicans as we head into the second half of conference play. They also find themselves ranked 7th in the state, the highest-rated Skyline Conference team by about 9 spots. Henley putting themselves in a good position, and at least by the numbers and some of the media polls, getting some recognition around the state for a solid season thus far.
Yeah, Henley's in a good spot. Anytime you can find yourself in the top 10 of the rankings, that bodes well for you as far as the playoff pairings. And if you can win your league, that's just right where you want to be as a coach. That's your goal. So next week, we're back to another 2-game week. I think that the coaches and the players both prefer that. So it'll be a good week next week. Travel over the hill to Hidden Valley and then come back here to play Mazama.
Yeah, not only the coaches and the players, but I think the broadcasters like it as well. I love the 2-game weeks. This is the first time we had it in kind of the altered Skyline Conference schedule, and now we've seen everyone just 4 games in. They've taken care of business against the Pirates. They defeated Klamath Union in a 3-point game back on Tuesday. They beat Mazama by 5 and Hidden Valley by nearly 20. So we're starting to see just about everyone in league play. Now we swap the sites and do it again, but even with Henley separating themselves in some of these league games, there still seems to be a lot of parity in the Skyline Conference like there is every year.
Yeah, most of these games are won by 5 points or less across the board in the whole league. So, yeah, any given night, you can see a good game or maybe an upset or two.
But right now, the Hornets will celebrate with a goose egg in the loss column. They improved to 4-0 in conference play with a 55-43 win over the Phoenix Pirates. That about does it for us tonight. Appreciate you being with us on mybasin.com. It's your home for everything going on in the Klamath Basin, from news to sports to everything in between. Find us online at mybasin.com. And, of course, you'll be able to watch an archived replay of not only this game, but every other Hornets basketball game from the Skyline Conference regular season right there on mybasin.com. I'd like to thank a few of the folks that make tonight's broadcast possible. We'll start, of course, with both athletic directors, Mr. Dave Earhart and Luke Hammond. Mr. Luke Hammond, also the Henley boys head coach, along with Troy McNichols, the Phoenix Pirates head coach, and for the girls, Randy Denson and Chelsea Winter for working with us in the broadcast earlier this evening. Final score tonight is the Hornets improved to 4-0 in league play, taking care of business against the Phoenix Pirates, 55-43. For Kevin Petrick, this is Josh Eldridge saying good night from inside the Hornets' nest.